What's up, everybody? This is where you want to be. Welcome to Progressive Talk Live, Prog Talk. I'm your host, Handsome Humble Dusty Smith. We have a great show for you tonight. I have like 3 shows worth of material to do, so we're going to fly through this stuff. Hope you guys are fucking doing all right. I'm doing all right. Can't fucking complain about shit. I guess I'm doing okay. I didn't do my show Monday, so like I said, I have at least another show's worth of stuff to do, so we're going to rip through this shit. Really fast-paced show tonight. I'm going to get through as much of this shit as I possibly can tonight. Let me put on my glasses and read. Somebody said in my last show they wish I quit singing. Way to rip my goddamn heart out. Singing is like half the fun of this show for me. It's what I do for fun. So fuck all y'all. I'm still going to sing. Don't give a shit. Dusty's the man. Hell yeah. What's up, Lee Spinner? How you doing? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hello, everyone. What's up, Flying Over Trout? Hi, Dusty family. Hope everyone is good. Yeah, I hope all you dust buddies is what you guys decided to call yourself. So I hope all my dust buddies out there are good. Rogan's stand-up is okay. He really knew how to brand himself, and his association with MMA is what made him not terribly impressed despite being disgustingly successful. He's okay sometimes, and a lot of times he's chud as fuck. He gives his platform to a lot of chuds and spread a lot of their chud-ass bullshit, so we're going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm actually off and available for the showtime. All right. Welcome to the greatest show. Appreciate you joining in. Love all you guys. Hopefully the background noise is not too much tonight. I have to leave my air conditioner on because it is hot as fuck. I literally need another goddamn air conditioner for this room. That's how hot it is. Also, we have like another room open for the cat rooms. So it's like 2 rooms I have to cool down. So, everyone's a music critic. I know, right? I'm classically trained, you know, by myself. Fine. If YouTube will stop giving me Trump ads. Well, at least you're making money off Trump. Look at it that way. At least that money's not going to persuade someone who might vote for him. That's what I feel like when they put religious ads up on my video. I'm like, yeah, I'll take your money, motherfuckers. Better than the alternative. So, hi, everyone. I love you, Dusty. We love you, blind idiot god. Yeah, Dust Buddies. Yo, Dusty and fellow comrades. What's up, everybody? Okay, let's go on with the show. As always, start the show. E-begging. E-beg. You guys want to help out the show? Please consider helping out the show. I want to expand my animal sanctuary. I actually have to move out of the city limits, I think, before I can do that. But so much I want to do. So if you guys want to help out the show, $1 or $2 a month, whatever you can afford. Like, it all adds up. You don't have to give me a ton of money, just $1 or $2, whatever. You know you can help if you can. So, patreon.com/Codcast. That is my Patreon. And there's a link in the description. And there's also links to where you can send me direct tips. All kinds of ways you can support the show if you want to. And, of course, Super Chats. Lifeblood of the show, Super Chats. No questions dodged, every question answered. Super Chats. You click the $sign button at the bottom over here. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to send you a Super Chat, Dusty. And then you send me a Super Chat. And I read all the Super Chats. So you can immortalize yourself forever. The more money you send, the more serious I take your question. So bye, my love. Super Chats. And Aspetch, always the first one to send me a Super Chats. Love you, Ann Aspetch. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Ann. I know you've gotten to atheist conventions or gone to atheist conventions in the past. Did you enjoy them? What goes on there other than talks, of course? Yeah, they're okay. It's kind of like church in a way. So it's not like totally my thing, but yeah, they have speakers. They get up and give speeches and stuff, and people are sitting in the audience, and they kind of mingle with each other. And of course, like any convention, it ends up being an ass convention where everybody's trying to hook up with each other. I ain't never hooked up with anybody with an ass convention. I almost one time hooked up with what's her name? Shelly Siegel, I think's her name. She's an atheist singer. I think we almost hooked. Well, I was in a hotel room one time, and but nothing happened because I was married at the time, and it was the one time I decided not to be an asshole to my wife. So, yeah, that happened. Well, they're okay. Thank you for the question. Gordon Irvin, 5 pounds. What's up, Gordon Irvin? Hi, Dusty. Love from Scotland. Love to you. Can you talk about the composition, recording, and production of that cool song you wrote? Wasn't that difficult. I just took a bunch of sound files, basically just loops and shit that were publicly available. They have like these different CDs you can buy, and I just put the loops into a music program and added drums and shit and then sung over it. Only took me about a day. It wasn't very complicated whatsoever. I don't really play any instruments. I just play like the computer, and I just put shit together. I'm like more like an engineer than a musician. So no big deal, but I appreciate it. Glad you like that song. Breaking Bad 094. What's up, Breaking Bad 999? Nothing major to say right now. Just have some money for the animals and doing religious bullshit. I appreciate that. As long as you guys continue to support the religious bullshit, I'm going to continue doing it on the Wednesdays. So we had a good show. Okay. I don't know what that was. Something fell. As always, we have 10 cats around us at all times, so that's always fun doing the show with 10 cats around us. So if you hear a banging and clanging and shit falling over, 10 cats! What the fuck are you gonna do? That's what makes this the greatest show on earth. So appreciate that. Beast Nation, 2009, $5. Hey, Dusty. Just dropping in to toss some love your way. Gonna watch the full show after work. Okay, have a good night at work, Beast Nation. Appreciate that. And I have one more, but I can't see it. How about some Pretty Boy? Pretty Boy, this is where you guys' money's going. To the cat is like this, the catty cats. And this is Mr. Pretty Boy, he's so pretty. I spent $500 or more on flea medication this month. I am just trying everything, and I finally started a little bit to get a foothold on the goddamn little bastard. So all the cats are very thankful for you guys support them because they don't have to scratch themselves to death anymore. But we got like 3 different kind of flea medications and flea pills and flea cough. We got all kinds of shit. So we working on it. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Love you, sweetie. All right. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Let go of me, kitty. Let go of me. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being my star. Thank you for being my star. Still gonna sing. Fuck y'all. Lee Spanner, you are the best. And Wednesday was a great show. Appreciate Lee Spanner. Thank you for supporting me. Appreciate that. And Sophia Christina Botha, whose show I did last Saturday. If you guys want to see that, there's a link on my Twitter page. We had a lovely conversation on her podcast. So thank you for joining me, Sophia. Appreciate the support. Dustin. Earthquake, I know, right? That's how it always goes on this show. It's like bulls in a china shop destroying my whole fucking house. But, you know, that's my life. What you gonna do? Yeah, I got $10 for Spanky Weasel. Are you gonna try to explain Obamagate? I'm gonna let Trump explain it. I think Trump has explained Obamagate far better than I ever could. So we're gonna listen to the words of the genius man himself in the second section of the show. So stay tuned to that. I still can't figure it out. It's so simple. It's so simple. What can't you figure it out? I'll just let Trump explain it. Except the part where Trump wants to distract from his galactic failure of an administration and the 86K debt. Well, then you understand it perfectly. You already understand it 100%. So I don't even have to explain it to you. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. You just nailed it. Cubby 1967, $5 Canadian. Hey, Dusty. Lots of love from Canada. Lots of love for you in Canada. Why are there so many right-wing chuds in Canada these days? They all over goddamn YouTube. I blame you, Cubby. Just kidding. All right. For those of you who don't know, I go back after the show is done and I read all the comments that you guys leave during the show. So I take all your criticism and feedback into account. So if you want to say something, I may not read it right now live on the air, but I'll read it later. So be sure to say anything you want to. I'm listening. And let's go ahead and start the show. First off, we're going to start with some, well, I guess I'll start off asking a question. Like, I'm thinking about maybe rebranding the show again. I know I just fucking rebranded the show to Progressive Talk Live. And I like the name. But I'm thinking, should I call the show the Dusty Smith Show? I mean, I know I just set up a whole fucking account about Progressive Talk Live, and I got 1,600 new subscribers to that account. But I made a few mock-up graphics like this one. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's also not it. God damn it, Dusty, where is it? This one? Yeah, here we go. So I made this mock-up graphic. What do you guys think about this? Boom, the Dusty Smith Show. The greatest show on earth. I don't know, like maybe my brand should be me. And the show's not always somewhat progressive stuff. It's basically just talking about whatever the fuck I find interesting. So maybe rebrand the show to the Dusty Smith Show? I don't know, folks. I'm open to fucking suggestions. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. And I got this one. I redid the regular, say, the Dusty Smith Show with Dusty Smith. Hells yeah, live on YouTube, Monday and Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time. So what do you guys think? I'm open to suggestion. It may not even matter what I call the show. Who gives a shit, really? But it may matter. So let me know your opinion. Now we're going to talk about Joe Rogan. Fucking Joe Rogan with his chud ass. Now, Joe Rogan's like, he's okay sometimes. I actually think Joe Rogan is pretty intelligent sometimes. But he definitely spreads a lot of fucking toxic masculine bullshit. And this shit is so fucking toxic masculinity. It's just ridiculous. So I guess he posted this on his Instagram. Joe Rogan, the most accurate meme in the world has ever known. Okay, there's so much to unpack here. So first off, according to Joe, this is the most accurate meme the world has ever done. So this meme, the entire point of this meme is toxic masculinity. The entire point of this meme is, oh my God, this guy's being slightly vulnerable to his girlfriend. He's letting her take charge. What a cuck. He's not a really manly man unless you're like being dominant upon your woman and like forcing yourself and you're being the one to take charge. You're not really a manly man. So here's this guy up against the fence. And his girlfriend, who's got a junk, she got a trunk full of junk, and I like it. I think she is stacked, looks like a nice looking girl, and she just going for it. And this is cute. It's a cute relationship goals type thing. I don't see how anybody could turn this into toxic masculine bullshit, but leave it to Joe Rogan. You cook. And so, first off, that's just bullshit, right? It doesn't make you any less manly just to let your girlfriend, like, be more aggressive and kiss on you sometimes. It doesn't make you manly to more or less manly. Right? This is almost like, is having a girlfriend gay? That's the kind of logic Joe Rogan is jumping to. Oh, kissing upon a girl that has a nice big booty? That's kind of unmanly, isn't it? What a cuck. But anyway, what he's calling unmanly in this context is dudes that wear face masks when they're driving. First off, who gives a fuck, Joe Rogan? What the goddamn hell is it your fucking business? Who wears a mask when they're driving? How does it make you less manly to wear a mask while you're driving? Doesn't make any sense. But according to Joe Rogan, it's the most accurate meme the world has ever known. You're so stupid, Joe Rogan. Like, fuck. It's amazing how many viewers this fucking moron gets. And you never know, like, maybe your wife drives the car after you, right? Maybe your kids are going to be in the car later. Maybe you're wearing a mask in the car because you don't want to spit your fucking germs everywhere. You know, who knows? Maybe you could be riding down the road and cough out the fucking window and you have no idea where that gets on. You have no idea where your germs and viruses are going. So, yeah, maybe some people care about their grandmothers and not people's grandmothers enough to wear their mask in the car. How does this in any way make you more feminine? How does this make you less manly? It just doesn't. It's just toxic masculine bullshit. And that's the kind of 638,000 likes. That's the kind of audience Bro Rogan has. These just fucking ridiculous Trump supporting, most of them Trump supporting asshole chuds. And it's sad. Sad Joe Rogan. And so then he's threatening to leave California to move to Texas. Oh no, Joe Rogan gonna move to Texas. And I can't wait till he fucking gets to Texas and immediately gets arrested for marijuana possession. Because those motherfuckers, they don't play about marijuana in Texas. And you know goddamn hell, well, Joe Rogan ain't gonna fucking move to Texas. Your fucking ass has got so used to the liberal atmosphere in California and to the people and how things are set up. You may think, oh, Austin's cool, Dallas is cool, but your ass ain't ever lived there. You get around a bunch of these shit-kicking Trump supporters for a couple years, he's going to hate it. He's going to fucking hate it. Everything's bigger in Texas. I got truck nuts on my truck. Look at my cowboy hat, my belt buckle. Like, you're going to hate that shit, Joe Rogan. You know, ain't no way you're going to fucking like that. He's just bullshitting because he's mad that he's not allowed to go to the Comedy Store and kill your grandmother. That's literally what he's fucking bitching about. Because the Comedy Store is not open. He doesn't need the money, folks. He's making plenty, millionaire, multi-millionaire. Doesn't need the money. He just doesn't give a shit enough about the pandemic to not want to do his comedy show. So he did a whole program where he's talking about, he's thinking about moving out of Texas after California extended the coronavirus lockdown. And he called in his buddy. I think he called in the guy who plays the gym teacher on the show Schooled. He also was in Mad TV. And he let this motherfucker come on his program and say the reason that California doesn't want to lift their lockdown the same way Texas does is because they want more people to do mail-in ballots. And for some reason, surprise, surprise, mail-in ballots favor Democrats. So they're trying to steal the election in California by not lifting the lockdown. Which the reason mail-in ballots are better for Democrats is because more people are allowed to vote. More people actually vote mail-in ballots, and the more people that vote, the better the Democrats do, because the only way the Republicans can win is when they suppress the vote, obviously. I will give Joe Rogan a little bit of credit. He did push back on this idea, this stupid idea. Yes, he lets his platform be used by this ignorant right-wing chud shithead to spread this bullshit. But at least he pushed back on it a little bit. But he's like, oh my God, they gotta fucking lift the lockdown. They said they're gonna lift it to July. What's the difference gonna be in July? Well, maybe the curve flattens and maybe less people have it. Maybe we have a fucking vaccine by then. You don't know, Joe Rogan. I don't think you have a medical degree or any background in science whatsoever. Maybe you should shut the fuck up, leave it to the experts, instead of advising the idiots that watch your show to go out there and get everybody's grandmother sick. I mean, you think? Maybe? Fucking moron. And, next time we're going to talk about Jeff Goldblum. I said Joe Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum. So this video went viral, 14 million views this week, and this is not Jeff Goldblum, folks. This is just a Jeff Goldblum lookalike. But Jeff Goldblum lookalike got skills, yo! Watch this shit. So this guy got his shirt off. He got a body about like I do, which is why I keep my shirt on. Dude, when you got a body like that, keep your shirt on. You ain't impressing nobody. But he's like, I don't want this guy to grab my shirt and punch me in the face by using my shirt as a weapon. He ain't gonna. He gonna whoop your ass the old-fashioned way, Jeff Goldblum. So let's watch Jeff Goldblum go to work. He's a fight master. So, oop, that's loud. So here we go, Jeff Goldblum. First, he got the hands. Watch him. Here we go. He got a nice stance here. This guy don't know what the fuck he's doing. And then boom, boom, pop, pop, body shot. Ooh, kicked in the stomach.
I'm sorry.
Oh, roundhouse kick. And this dude knows he's fucked up. Oh, he don't want nothing anymore. He's like, he knows he's fucked up. He's turned his back. But Jeff Goldblum's like, no. Liver kick. Oh, shit. Liver kick from Jeff Goldblum. Fight master. Badass motherfucker, Jeff Goldblum. You get him, Jeff Goldblum. So this is why you don't fight with like tall, lanky. You don't fight with anybody, folks, first of all. Fighting is stupid. If you're not getting paid to fight, there's absolutely no fucking reason to fight anybody. I guess if they punch you, but I just carry a knife. Just stab them. Like, don't fucking fight anybody. But especially you don't fight these tall, lanky motherfuckers because you never know. They might have the legs. Let's look one more time. Body shot. Ooh, kick to the solar plexus. And then boom, roundhouse kick. And he's like, nope, he don't want any more. This fucking meth skinhead. He's like, no, don't turn your back. And he's like, no more, no more. Oh, liver kick, yeah. Yeah, you have made a horrible error. Mistakes were made. Hopefully life lessons were learned. So you go, Jeff Goldblum. Bad motherfucker, Jeff Goldblum. And now it's time for the coronavirus bullshit news. Whatever I want to call it. See, I actually made a graphic for this. What did I call it? Here we go. Oh, yeah. I called it don't shit, don't shit, don't shit, don't shit, don't shit. My corona. Yeah. You guys ready to get my corona? So, obviously, it's crazy. Here in America, we have so many goddamn idiots every fucking where, all the time, always, forever. So, this got 5.8 million views. Here it is in Castle Rock, where they've opened up some of the restaurants. And look, no mask for nobody. Everybody ass to ass with each other. Right up at each other's booty holes. And, yep, you're all gonna get your grandmother's kill. Who gives a fuck, right? Yeah, gotta have this microwave bullshit, disgusting fucking food. And this is what it's like here in Mississippi, too. They've released some of the lockdown orders in Mississippi. There was a really popular barbecue place here. And it is just fucking shoulder to shoulder there. People getting everybody sick. So, so fucking depressing. And Red Lobster going crazy. Here's some stupid-ass Karen getting kicked out of Red Lobster. They ain't having this bullshit at Red Lobster. They're like, nope. Take that shit on elsewhere. So here's this woman.
Let's fight now. Anybody got a job? Call 911 somebody.
Fighting the Red Lobster.
Get out! Get out!
Get the fuck out, Karen.
Get out! Get out! No!
It's like, no! No, it's my Red Lobster.
My motherfucking fighting back!
I want a lobster and butter sauce. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Get out.
Get off me! No! Get out! Get out! Stop it! Get her off me!
Leave.
Coming at me and I'm getting my refund!
No. Stay outside. They will bring your refund out to you. They don't want you in there. They have a right to refuse service to any asshole they want to. You're not wearing a mask. Fuck off. They don't want to get their grandma sick because of your stupid bullshit ass. Like, seriously. Ignorant fucks, man. So anyway, she keeps going like, no, oh, hell no, you didn't put your hands on me. You want to throw? I'll throw. I'll give up my job. And they're like, no, let her go. Let her go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Got her hand full of hair. It's not worth it. Just let her go. Don't lose your job over this. Don't lose your job over a Karen. But she's like, fuck this. I don't need this job bad enough. I only get paid like slightly more than minimum wage. I want to speak to the manager. They don't care about your glasses. Fuck off.
Paying customer. You got people out waiting for 3 hours for food.
You gotta wait 3 hours for food. Well, go somewhere else. Cook at home, you stupid goddamn fuckheads. Who gives a shit? Why would you wait 3 hours for food? That's not their bad. That's your bad. Goddamn idiots. There's a pandemic on if you didn't fucking know. Good God damn, y'all, America. Like, it's just so embarrassing to live in America now. Like, I used to not be embarrassed to live in America. I'm just like, yeah, I'm an American. Fuck yeah. But now look how it is. Look at this. This motherfucker got a goddamn bazooka at Subway, folks. It's a bazooka at Subway. Like, we live at a time, folks, where there are mass shootings all over the place. There are people walking in places like Subway, Walmart, killing folks all over the place. And now we got these assholes carrying bazookas. Like, is there ever a time we should say, hey, maybe there's a problem in this country? I think that time might be when you see motherfuckers carrying bazookas in Subway. And, like, they're everywhere with masks on. With their fucking automatic rifles. People going in fucking public all the time murdering folks with automatic rifles. Now we got them walking in fucking public places with automatic rifles with their face covered. I mean, you're going to never know if these are mass shooters or just fucking idiot protesters until they start opening up on you. When a few of you motherfuckers get your brains blown out from people who don't know if you're the fucking bad guys or the good guys, maybe a few of you will stop doing this ridiculous bullshit. This fucking terroristic bullshit where all you're doing is you're trying to intimidate people. You're trying to threaten people with violence, with the threat of violence, with the fear of violence, so they'll do what you want them to do. You're fucking terrorists. And if a few of you die because of it, I guarantee you, I ain't gonna shed no fucking tears for you. You fucking ignorant assholes. Look at these pieces of fucking shit. Oh, you got your fucking Subway sandwich and your great gun. Oh, you're so cool. His hair says fresh on it. You're such a badass, aren't you? Look at you fucking doughy motherfucker. No. You weren't good enough to even get to the military. Military pretty much take anybody, but not you. Not good enough to get in a police academy? Nothing. You're just a fucking LARPing loser. Take you and your stupid goddamn weapon home. Fucking losers. Country's just fucking full of Trump losers now. Everywhere you goddamn go, these fucking Trump losers. Every fucking where. And if I've never seen a fucking picture that encapsulates America better than this, folks. These are people protesting the corona lockdown by pretending to be Jesus in front of a fucking McDonald's. And you know this guy been there a bunch of times. Like, serious, dude. That's gluttony. That's one of the 7 deadly sins, right? Might want to look into that. Might want to avoid McDonald's, Tubby. I hate to do, like I always say I hate to do body shaming, but clearly I don't because I keep fucking doing it. But still, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. Fuck all of you. Like, you two are sort of thin, but still fuck you for all of this. Stupid fucks. And it's like a mass delusion, folks. It's some kind of mass delusion going on in this country right now. And it's definitely caused by Trump. It's like nothing I've ever seen. There is a cult going on. Here's massive cause for Bill Gates' arrest because all these motherfuckers think Bill Gates is going to give you a vaccine that microchips you, which leads to the Antichrist. Which you'd think they would love because supposedly that brings back the return of Christ, which they've been wishing for 2,000 years now. But apparently it's a bad thing. Yeah, not arrest Trump for eliminating the pandemic office that was supposed to save us from all this bullshit. Arrest Bill Gates. Now, I don't even like Bill Gates. I think as far as billionaire goes, he's probably the best billionaire, but that's like saying I'm the best rapist, right? There are no moral billionaires. I think if you're going to arrest Bill Gates, arrest him for greed, but not because he's going to microchip you, because he ain't. So frustrating living in this goddamn country. But it ain't just this country, folks. Even in the UK, they dorky as fuck. Look at this. Here's their corona lockdown activity they're doing. They're social distancing out there doing a big conga line. Why? Why? Like, what is the purpose of this? Now, yes, you're social distancing a little bit, but if she coughs, you're walking right through it. If the kid coughs, you're walking right through it. You're still putting your elderly and immunocompromised people at risk. No white people. No. Just white nonsense everywhere, all over the goddamn world. And here's a disturbing video, folks. We're ripping through this show tonight, folks. Fast and furious. This is true life here, folks. Inmates at this prison are passing around a mask. I guess it's somebody that had COVID-19 or coronavirus. They're passing it from person to person and breathing in on it because they believe if they get COVID-19, they will be released from jail. Look at these crazy motherfuckers.
You see, that's a hot water dispenser there. And you can see the red circle. The hot water dispenser is for the ramen noodles, coffee, instant coffee. And they're going to start passing the hot water bottle to each other. See the handoff?
I thought they had a mask. They have a mask at one point.
Swigs from the same bottle of water. Under normal circumstances, no one would do that anyway to begin with.
Yeah, they're all swigging from a hot water bottle from each other.
Access to
And then at the end, they have a mask of some sort.
And the nurse came up to. You can see they're passing it around.
Yeah, that's a mask.
They take swigs.
A used mask. They're all sniffing in on to try to get coronavirus. Man, if it was only you motherfuckers, it'd be fine. But anybody that does this should get more time. Lock them in solitary confinement until this shit is over. Make a fucking example out of them. And people are protesting because the gyms are not open. Yeah, I can't work out. Oh my God. But as Cody Johnson, superhero Cody Johnson points out, it doesn't even look like you guys need the gyms open. You're doing fine working out right there on the sidewalk. You don't need a gym. Literally. You can do any exercise in your house. Anything. I mean, hasn't prison taught you guys anything? You can fucking get jacked in prison. Fucking do dips on the edge of your bed, push-ups, sit-ups, squats. You can do anything. You don't need to go to the goddamn gym. Like, the truth is, a lot of people that go to the gym, they just like to be seen. That's really the truth of the matter. I'm not saying everybody that goes to gyms like that. I know the gym has some equipment that you can't do at home, blah, blah, blah. You can. You can find a way to do pretty much every one of those exercises at home, one way or another. Really, you can. If you're smart enough and have enough ingenuity, you can do it. But they like going to show off their hard bodies at the gym. And so, oh my God, I gotta open the gym back up. Fuck off, guys. Get your sweaty ass corona bodies all over the goddamn weight equipment so somebody else can come through and get it all over them. People just don't know anything about sacrifice anymore. It used to be, oh my God, we're warriors. We have to sacrifice for the health and the well-being of our country. And now it's, oh my God, Baskin Robbins is closed. Let's take a fucking shotgun in there and a mask and intimidate everybody. Just fake goddamn patriots is what they are. And speaking of fake patriots, Ted Cruz went out and got his first haircut since the pandemic started, and this is the after picture. This is a professional haircut this motherfucker got. Like, literally, I went earlier today, right before the show started, I cut my hair. I cut my own hair. Now, my hair looks 10 times better than this professional shit this guy got. Look at this bullshit. Like, are you letting blind people cut your hair? Why, Ted Cruz? Why? It ain't hard. You just cut a little bit, and then you shape it, and you cut a little bit more, and then you just, it's easy. It's fucking easy, dudes. You don't have to pay anybody for that. You can save your money and save your grandma at the same time. Fuck. And a restaurant in Japan did an experiment to show how quickly the coronavirus can spread in such a setting. So they basically just spray this stuff on these guys' hands, let them rub it in, and they put on a black light to show how quickly it spreads all over the fucking place. And yeah, there you go, folks. It's everywhere. Yeah, all over the shirt, all over the food, all over every other fucking person. That's why you gotta keep restaurants closed. I went to Domino's earlier. Had me a pineapple pizza, which is delicious. And even the Domino's inside is closed. Like, drive-through window only. That's the way it's gotta be, okay? I didn't fucking be like, oh my God, I gotta take a shotgun into this Domino's to intimidate them to open back up. No! I was like, oh, cool. I'll go through the fucking drive-through. I got my pizza just the same. No grandma's killed. Fuck these people. And next up, this is what it's like in other countries. Trump's like, we did everything we could do. There's really not more we can do, folks. We just got to open back up now. We got plenty of ventilators, plenty of protective equipment everywhere. What else we going to do? This is what it's like in Japan, folks. This is what more you can do. Giving new masks out to kids, spraying disinfectant on their shoes when they go in. They have hand sanitizing stations, steaming stations where they can steam their clothes before they go into the school. They have UV ultraviolet light stations to kill the germs in their hands and shit, both of their hands and their face. They have to look in, I guess, until it blinks or some shit. They know that it's clear. And then finally, you can go into the classrooms. This is a country that actually cares about their... Well, I don't want to say that. Japan actually did a pretty... This is China, actually. I don't want to say China cares about their citizens either, because that would be wrong and dumb of me to say. But at least they're doing more than we are. They're showing that extra steps can be taken to keep your children safe. And our country's definitely raggedy in comparison to that bullshit. And so this is the kind of stuff it leads to. Last week, fucking Roy of Siegfried and Roy dead. You know, the real Tiger King dead at 75 from COVID-19, god damn it. No more magic show for them in Vegas. Couldn't run from the COVID. Ain't got enough magic to handle that shit. Sad day. And, god damn it, the double rainbow guy died. That guy seemed like he was really fucking happy. Like, he was just so happy to see a double rainbow and seemed like he really enjoyed the marijuana. I mean, I had no idea, but I can only assume he was high as fuck when he made that video. And yeah, double rainbow guy got COVID-19 and died. God damn it. Fuck COVID. Killing everybody, dudes. That's why we gotta fucking stay at home. But there are a few heroes that are popping out because of the COVID-19 thing. And one of them is Guy Fieri. I gotta admit, like, I ain't always liked Guy Fieri. I thought he was kind of cheesy for a little bit. But he's turned out to be a hell of a guy. Apparently, when his lesbian sister passed away, he married 101 gay couples, just, you know, to fuck the government. And now he's raised over $20 million for out-of-work restaurant staffers because of COVID-19. So, yeah, somebody needs to take this dude to Flavor Town. And by that, I mean suck his dick. That's what I mean. Like, he might be married, but, you know, his wife, somebody got to suck this dude's dick because this dude deserves a dick sucking. Good on you, Guy Fieri. The hero we need right now. And, solid joke here, folks. Solid joke here. Robert Pattinson's Batman will be so raw and not sanitized, says cast member Peter Sarsgaard. But, the last thing the world needs right now is raw, unsanitized bat. Okay, Robert Pattinson? Keep that shit to yourself. That's how we got in this fucking problem to begin with. Fucking unsanitized bats. And, okay, we're going to stop here, and then we're going to come back and do the Trump news. But first, let's read the chatty chat, since we're 30 minutes into the show, but you guys got to see and say, hats off for Guy Fieri. I know, right? He pretty cool. They did a lot in this one place for this one video. Big deal. That would be great if they did it everywhere. I mean, they didn't do it. They did it on this one place. Big deal. It is a big fucking deal. It shows us what can be done everywhere, right? Why shit on them for actually making a goddamn effort when this is the standard that should be set every fucking where, right? Why not point it out? Why not show what we could do instead of just waving it away like some ridiculous half-brained shithead like you clearly are, you fuck nut. Gotta wish I lived in Japan. It's actually China. I think Japan did a terrible job, actually, from what I hear. Ted Cruz is a war criminal capitalist. Not amazing. Loves his porn. Loves his fucking Twitter porn. He got caught spreading Twitter porn. COVIDiots are the real snowflakes. Can't go a few weeks without Jim and Starbucks. I know, right? Gonna freak out. I mean, it's the one people who have buckets of food, who are doomsday preppers, who are preparing for the end of the world, and it's finally their time to shine, and they're freaking out about it, of course. Hypocrites, all of them. All the corona BS will stop next month when the breakout goes through the roof. I know we'll all be dead, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Always look at the bright side of death. I'd be so tempted to kick those crosses over. Me too, right? So glad I miraculously went away. April, yep. It's going to go away. Even Elon Musk was saying that. We're going to shit on Elon Musk in a minute because he's a fucking dickhead. Getting your dog today. It's 3:30 in Sweden. Getting our dog today. All right, cool. Give the pupper some pets and kisses from me. Good on you guys for doing that. All right, let me check the super chats. Do I have any super chats? You guys been super chatting me, hopefully. Because it is the lifeblood of the show, so please super chat me if you're able to. Sophia Christina Botha. Here's something extra for having put up my BS. No problem. It was a pleasure talking to you, Christina. I appreciate that. People should definitely check that out. What are your top 3 movies of all time? Terminator 2, Pulp Fiction, and what is my other favorite movie of all time? I guess I gotta go with like Talladega Nights or something like that. Some kind of comedy. I watched that over and over again with my ex-wife, so we really enjoyed that movie for some reason. I'm sure there's a better one that I can't think of right now. I'll have to brainstorm on that. Caught me off guard. Good question, though. Appreciate that, Gordon. Dante Romano, $5. I wanted to vote for Bernie, but since he's out, do you recommend I do write-in or the bite the bullet and vote for Biden? Now you vote for Biden. Well, it depends on if you live in a swing state or not. If you live in a state that doesn't matter, then just vote for who the fuck you want to. Who cares? But if you live in a swing state, 100% vote for Biden. We're actually going to go over that in a minute and talk about that some more, why you should. So, good question. Cryptos Rock is a DJ too. $13.99 Canadian. For a second, Rogan mentioned that the whole point of the lockdown was to prevent hospitals being overwhelmed, but then went off the rails again. I enjoy his show, but he's just too dumb when it matters. Yep, he definitely spreads a lot of bullshit. He's hanging out guys like that guy from Schooled, who's clearly a chud asshole. He hangs out with so many of these fucking chuds, and that's where he gets a lot of his information from. And it just rots his fucking brain out. You know, garbage in, garbage out, in my opinion. So, what you gonna do? Cubby 1967, Canadian $10. You guys could do worse. You could have, oops. The fuck did he go? You could have our mangina of prime minister who hides in his cottage in his pajamas. Well, I mean, I don't see how that could be worse than Trump. I mean, I know he did blackface, and I know he's cringe and shit, but at least he's not a worldwide embarrassment on the same level Trump is. At least he didn't disband the pandemic office that was in charge of controlling all this to begin with. At least he didn't gut the CDC right at the time we needed it the most. I mean, you know, small victories for you Canadians. Cryptos, Rock is a DJ too, 279. My sushi is taking too long. Please call them, Dusty. I know, right? God damn it, you gotta take your gut in there. That's what you really do. You intimidate them. I want my seafood faster. I'm gonna have to shoot the whole goddamn place up. Gordon Irvine, 10 pounds. These online alphas reek of insecurity. In reality, their testicles are so small that if you took them and rolled them both in a drinking straw, it would look like 2 kernels of corn rolling in a storm drain. I mean, they're definitely very insecure. Toxic masculinity is all about insecurity, about not feeling like you're worthy enough to be a man or what society's projection of a man is. That's something I literally never think about. Oh my God, somebody's going to think I'm unmanly. Oh my God, I got something to prove to you. What are you looking at? Are you looking at me? Oh my God, I got to punch you in the fucking face. I never think about that. When somebody's looking at me, I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit. I'm good looking. I don't blame you. I'd be looking at me too if I were you. You know? Somebody wants to fight me, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fight you. You might punch me in my face. I'll stab you. If you assault me, I will stab you, dude. Like, I'm totally gonna stab you. Like, I'm not gonna fight you because you might win and you might kill me. So if you physically assault me, I'm just going to poke you until you back up. But other than that, you can say whatever the fuck you want to me. I don't give a shit. And that's, in my opinion, that's the true essence of like a masculine activity, right? A masculine attitude. You know, being comfortable enough with yourself not to feel like you always have something to prove to somebody. Anything else is just this toxic masculinity bullshit that doesn't benefit you in any way, in my opinion. Breaking Bad 094499, we jumped the shark as a country, yo. Haha, this dude really has a damn rocket launcher. No, in some way with this rocket launcher. That is the ultimate jump the shark moment. It's like game over for this country. R.I.P. America, press F to pay respects. And Chewy Love, $5 says, ha ha ha, thank you, Chewy Love. And Lobo, very generous, 25, say something sexy to me. Lobo, you are the sexiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. I just want to rub oil all over your body. I want to give you a nice, strong, manly massage and make you feel so good and then cuddle with you all night long as we watch Netflix. After the pandemic is over, of course. Not till then, but then, man, it's going to be on, Lobo. Man, you, Hopefully that was good enough. Thank you, Lobo. Very generous. And Ken Key, I will come back and read yours when it pops up in a minute. Appreciate that. I see it, but I can't see it. So more super chats, please, as we roll through this fucking show. Let me check this chat over here. Dog will be down for humanity. Yep. He's Christian. It's going to kill us. Stupid is as stupid dies. Good one. That's what fucking Forrest Gump should have said. Cult of Dusty for the win. It's progressive talk before it was cool. Cult of Dusty show. Dusty Smith show oddly sounds more narcissistic than the satirical cult leader mantra. Okay. Well, progressive talk is live is better. All right. Well, I'm definitely listening to you guys. Thank you for your input. I appreciate that. On with the show. Already 40 minutes into this show, and look how much show what I still got to cover. A lot of this shit's going to wait till Monday, definitely. Can't get to it all. So now it's time for the Trump shit. Let me pull out my incredibly high dollar graphic that I made for this. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's a president. Yeah. Real life, folks. He's the president. All right, first off, I agree with Stephen Colbert. This is like a photo of the fifth dentist who doesn't believe in fluoride. He did it again, folks. He toured a mask factory without wearing a fucking mask. Like, good goddamn, these people do everything they can to be a bad example, not to take any leadership upon themselves in any way or to be a good example. They think they look weak if they wear a mask. Oh my God, if we wear a mask, it's like we're admitting there's a problem. Look how untough and unmanly we'll look if we wear a mask. So they literally don't do it. They just don't give a fuck. You want another example of this? Is fucking Vice President Joe Biden. He was coming out at a roundtable event, and before the meeting, they literally came out and they asked the other CEOs to take their mask off so that Joe Biden didn't look stupid not wearing his mask. Look at this shit. So these are people in charge of shit, folks. We're all going to goddamn die because we have the dumbest fuckers in the goddamn world on the leading us, man. Oh, Joe Biden's the same. Why we gotta get Trump out of office? Fuck you. Fuck everything about you. Fuck your entire existence. Go back in time and fuck your great-grandparents, you goddamn idiots. Seriously, I'm sick of it. Sick of you. Ain't gonna pretend. Shame. I'm gonna vote shame you. Take this shame. Take it all on you. Ooh, my vote shame just gets into the pores on your skin and weighs you down. You should be ashamed. Yeah, you should. Fuck all y'all. Ridiculous. And here's another one. As the concerns about coronavirus among White House staff grows, there are currently 11 Secret Service employees with active COVID-19 cases. More have recovered, and 60 are in self-quarantine or monitoring. This on top of the fact that Vice President Pence's press secretary has COVID-19. They're spreading it all over the place because they're too cool to wear a mask. Who needs a mask? Who needs to be a good example for the rest of the goddamn country? And Trump's out there during this time where so many of his own Secret Service department are coming up sick, explaining, well, hey, maybe testing is overrated. Yeah. What's the big deal about testing? I mean, even though every expert explains why it's very important, even though I explain why we need to track people that have COVID-19 and tell everybody who's come in contact with them, it's overrated, folks, says the dumbest motherfucker
Best
in
testing
history.
in the world. It could be the testing's frankly overrated.
Yeah,
Maybe it is overrated.
Maybe it is overrated, folks. Why are we testing all these people? We have the most testing in the world, and we still have the most cases. So why are we even testing, folks? Genius. Such genius. Please give this man another 4 years immediately. Stat. We definitely should sit on our hands and do nothing. Nothing to get this guy out of office. Isn't that right? I'm going to get so mad at you motherfucker, I swear. This is the guy, or this is the person, it's a woman actually. This is the person that Trump retweeted because she was calling for Dr. Fauci's resignation. Because Dr. Fauci, you know, somebody who is actually trained in pandemics, somebody who's actually a medical professional, mildly went against something Trump said a few times. So obviously Trump wants him fired because he's basically like a dictator, right? You can't go against what the mob boss says. And so this woman is somebody he retweeted. Look at this genius he's retweeting.
By the way, asymptomatic carrier is really just code name for...
Let me start over for you so you can hear that.
By the way, asymptomatic carrier is really just code name for you don't have it. You don't freaking have it, okay?
No, oh my God. No, asymptomatic means you don't have any symptoms, but you're still a carrier of it. That's what it means. It means you have it, you can spread it, but you're just not showing any symptoms of it. Good goddamn, folks. These are the people our president is retweeting. How can this be real, y'all? Let's watch the whole thing again.
By the way, asymptomatic carrier is really just code name for you don't have it. You don't freaking have it, okay? It's not showing up in your system. It doesn't show up in a test. You don't have the coronavirus. But asymptomatic carrier is a way for them to say they want to just test everybody and then track and surveil everyone. They just said it. You don't need it to be any more blatantly obvious. This is not like, you know, a conspiracy theory. This is not even speculation anymore. This is, they're plainly saying what they're going to do is contact and trace everybody. And this is a huge violation of our privacy. This is unconstitutional. And guess what? Just as I thought, the bill is called HR 6666, which, again, symbolism is everything to these creepy,
oh my God, it's
people.
The mark of the beast. God damn it, they're just trying to keep track of who has COVID-19 and tell the people they spread it to that they might have it too. What the fuck? Like, this is the least the country's supposed to do to keep people safe. It's a big conspiracy theory. They're tracking and tracing everybody. It's the Illuminati. Yeah, shut the fuck up. God damn it. And Trump's out here talking about how, hey, isn't it beautiful that 88,000 people are dead now and all our doctors and nurses are running into the fire like soldiers running to the bullets? It's a beautiful thing to say. It's so beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful that I shut down the pandemic office and led to the deaths of 90,000 of our American citizens, which has caused such a medical crisis that nurses and doctors have to rush to the front line to treat these people, putting themselves in danger. Isn't that beautiful, folks?
The moment this terrible virus reached our shores, each of you has worked relentlessly to get the vital supplies to our healthcare warriors. And they are warriors, aren't they, when you see them going into those hospitals and they're putting the stuff that you deliver, but they're wrapping themselves and the doors are opening and they're going through the doors and they're not even ready to go through those doors. They probably shouldn't. But they can't get there fast enough, and they're running into death just like soldiers run into bullets, in a true sense. I see that with the doctors and the nurses and so many of the people that go into those hospitals. It's incredible to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. But
it's a beautiful thing to see you guys risk your lives because I didn't do my goddamn job, and I still haven't given you enough PPE to cover you all. You got to wrap yourselves in garbage bags. It's amazing. No, it's not amazing, you fuckhead. He's trying to use the war language to make it look like he's a wartime president, to drum up this fake goddamn patriotism that seems to work so well against idiot conservatives. God, if you fall for this shit, motherfuck your brain is all I gotta say. And he just lies when the truth would actually work better. So while he was speaking today, they had these truckers outside of the White House honking their horns, protesting because during the coronavirus, they're getting fucked on wages. So they're outside honking their horns, so he'll actually do something about it and help them. But instead, he's like, no, they're out there honking in support of me. They're actually fans of mine.
and you hear that outside, that beautiful sound. Those are truckers that are with us all the way. They're protesting in favor of President Trump as opposed to against. There's hundreds of trucks out there, and that's the sign of love, not the sign of your typical protest. So
that's the sign that they want you to help them because they're going fucking broke, because they're getting basically crushed on their wages, because there's many more truckers than there are trucking jobs right now, because the retail is down like 19% of this country during the pandemic. So people like Jeff Bezos could make $24 billion, but they're going broke, and they're trying to get you to do something about it. And you're like, no, they love me. Look how much they love me. But nope, as this says right here, they are there to protest low rates during their pandemic. This is our distress call to our commander-in-chief. Address the problem we are facing is what they're saying. But nah, don't believe your own eyes, folks. Love is war, right? Up is down, left is right. It's so 1984 in this country right now. Never thought I'd see shit like this in my life. And here's Trump. I've never lost anybody to the flu that I knew of. Dude's grandpa literally fucking died of the flu. God damn it, folks. Like, seriously. I guess I'll just start laughing, folks. I guess I'll just get that a holy laughter like the Christians do and just laugh my ass off to keep from crying. Do my fake ass laughing. Because it is really absurd. It just gets more and more absurd every day, like this one. Here's Trump. Thank you to all my great keyboard warriors. You are better and far more brilliant than anyone on Madison Avenue ad agencies. There is nobody like you. So many things about this. First off, you know keyboard warrior is not a compliment, right? Keyboard warrior is an insult, okay? Keyboard warrior is a name for somebody who is a coward. Keyboard warrior, a person who behaves aggressively or in an inflammatory manner in online text-based discussion media, but at the same time does not behave similarly in real life, potentially due to cowardice, introversion, or shyness. So yeah, I love my cowards out there who act tough online but don't actually do real shit. That's what you're saying. And then secondly, he calls them brilliant, and then he has to explain to them what Madison Avenue is. Because you're brilliant, but you don't know what Madison Avenue is. You know what ad agencies are. You don't know that they're in Madison Avenue. So, oh God, folks. He's just so stupid in so many fucking ways. It's hard to explain without charts and diagrams and like example after example. Transition to greatness. Transition to what? You are the incumbent. Are you literally telling us to transition to Joe Biden? What the fuck? Okay. I mean, that's good advice. We should. Joe Biden is not great. He's not even good, but he's not Trump at least. Oh my fucking God. And all right, now we're going to do the Obamagate stuff. Obamagate got like 4 million retweets last week. Was the #1 trending thing on Twitter. This is one thing that went around, 1.3 million views. Here's Trump and Barr. They're arresting Obama. Look how happy they are. We got him. Yeah, we got Obama, folks. Yeah. We're so happy and cool. We got Obama. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, first I'll show this. This is another thing the conservatives took around. Obamagate is getting a billion tweets. Trump is reversing all my policies. You reversed all mine, which is why I sent Trump. Yeah, I let you do it because I'm all powerful, but I just, I wanted you to have free will to do it. But then I took the free will from the country and I sent Trump and elected him president so he could reverse everything you did, because that's how Jesus rolls. Jesus is into this ridiculous pageantry, makes everything too complicated. Stupid Jesus. But I know what you're thinking, folks. You're thinking, hey, what is Obamagate? Like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Can you explain Obamagate to me? Yes, I can. But instead, I will let Trump do it because Trump explains it better than I ever could. If you're confused about Obamagate, this will tell you everything you need to know about it.
Mr. President, in one of your Mother's Day tweets, you appear to accuse President Obama of the biggest political crime in American history by far. Those were your words. What crime exactly are you accusing President Obama of committing, and do you believe the Justice Department should prosecute him?
Obamagate. It's been going on for a long time. It's been going on from before I even got elected, and it's a disgrace that it happened. And if you look at what's gone on, and if you look at now all of this information that's being released, and from what I understand, that's only the beginning. Some terrible things happened, and it should never be allowed to happen in our country again. And you'll be seeing what's going on over the coming weeks. But I wish you'd write honestly about it, but unfortunately, you choose not to do so. Yeah, John, please.
What is the crime exactly that you're accusing him of?
You know what the crime is. The crime is very obvious to everybody. All you have to do is read the newspapers, except yours. John, please.
All right. Well, I hope that cleared up, folks, once and for all. It's obvious what it is, isn't it? Yeah, what it is just he just throws anything out there to try to distract from his immense incompetence, The fact that 90,000 Americans are almost dead now. The fact that he continues to fuck up and he's in worldwide embarrassment like this country has never seen. So he just throws anything out there and his idiots pick it up. Yeah, Obamagate. Let me retweet that 1 billion times. Her emails. What about her emails? I mean, 4 people died in Benghazi? And they had, like 100 different investigations of it, but 80,000, 90,000 Americans die. Obamagate! Gotta distract you with something, you idiot. It's like, squirrel! Shiny object, look away! And it works so brilliantly because the mind of Trump supporters are childlike at best, if not much worse than that. And he just continues to lie continuously. Like, he was doing a tour of the West, and there are local places that he could have stayed that were much cheaper, but instead they spent almost $1 million extra to transport him to his Trump resorts. And they asked him, why are you wasting all this money? And he's like, oh, the Secret Service asked me to do it. I just do what they tell me to do. And of course they asked the Secret Service and they're like, this motherfucker lying. We didn't tell him to do that. No records of it whatsoever. He just lies and wastes all our tax dollars. And man, hard to be a taxpayer when you just watch him just waste $1 million in a weekend for nothing. And yet you guys are working your very, very few, very precious life hours away from money and sending it to this motherfucker so he can just burn. It's insanity. Gotta get him out of there. And it's always the double standard for everything he does. Always a tweet at CBS and their show 60 Minutes are doing everything within their power, which is far less today than it was in the past, to defend China and the horrible virus pandemic that was inflicted on the USA and the rest of the world. I guess they want to do business in China. And then Trump. China has been working very hard to contain the coronavirus. The United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency. It will all work out well. In particular, on behalf of the American people, I want to thank President Xi. So yeah, when you guys do it, you just want to work in China. You're doing everything you can to prop up the Chinese government. When I do it, hey, it's amazing. Yay, I'm a uniter and a builder. Oh, God, just always talks out of both sides of their mouth. But, Trump supporters don't give a shit. And he's a child, folks. He is a fucking toddler. Here he is talking about a new missile or bomb that the Space Force that we spent way too much money on already has apparently invented.
I call it the super duper missile. And I heard the other night 17 times faster than what they have right now.
It's the super duper missile, folks. It's the zoomy zoomy boom boom. That's what I call it. The zoomy zoomy crash boom boom death dealer. Yeah. Just whatever comes to his fucking brain, he says. He literally has, not even a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old could come up with something better than that. It's just, you want to talk about cognitive decline, somebody with dementia? You can shit on Joe Biden all fucking day long, but he doesn't hold a candle to what Trump puts out there. It's just a different narrative for when Biden does it. The same criticism is not held to Trump. Mostly it's the people that consider themselves to be on the left, if that's really what they are. They're more horseshoe theory, useful idiots to the right. Which is actually, this is kind of off topic, but I was watching a video yesterday from, I think his name is Chud Logic. And somebody leaked to him this conversation that these right-wing people were having. It's like the Disseminator or something that started with a D was the name of this chud-ass Republican guy. And man, they were talking in this chat like they were involved in a war. How are we going to win this war of ideas on the internet? What are the fronts we need to be attacking? And they full out admitted during that chat that the left, people like Kyle Kalinske, are actually their allies now. That they're helping them because they're the ones telling people, the people on the left that would be most likely to listen to them, they're influencing them not to vote for Biden, which helps Trump. So they were just outright calling people like Kyle Kalinske, and they didn't mention it by name, but they were talking about, that's what they were talking about. And lefties like that, lefties, the new bread tube crew, they were basically full out admitting they're allies to them now. And they are. It's horseshoe theory, folks. These people are Trojan horses and should be confronted and should not be supported. In my opinion, if you're supporting these people, stop. Go donate money to Vadim Newquist, a creationist cat. Dude, putting out some of the best content in the world right now. He spends so much time on his videos. Way, way more time than the vast majority, or probably any of them. Any of the big name left tubers who are making a killing from the support they're getting. The effort they're putting in their videos doesn't hold a candle to what Vadim's putting out there. Either in production quality or quality of content. So I highly suggest if any of you are supporting these big name YouTubers who are making hundreds of thousands or $100,000 a year on fucking Patreon, shift some of your money to Vadim or somebody else, you know. Be part of the solution instead of part of the problem, in my opinion. And we're almost done with the Trump news here. Then I'll read the chat again. But yep, here is Trump's current press secretary. This is what she was like before she sold out and became Trump's lying mouthpiece. She was on media shitting all over him. 1.8 million views. Let's have a listen.
Sick of polls are people in New Hampshire right now. Probably very sick, especially when they see that Donald Trump is #2 and doesn't deserve to be there. Donald Trump has shown himself to be a showman. I don't think he's a serious candidate.
Kayleigh, this is your guy. He's #2 in the polls.
Hey, I don't want to claim this guy. Donald Trump, if we're going to be honest, is a progressive. What's the expiration date then on a racist statement? To me, a racist statement's a racist statement. I don't like what Donald Trump said. I don't like what Al Sharpton says. And at what point does it expire and become something that's in the past?
Yeah, he's a racist, and I don't want to claim him, but now he's the greatest president of all time. He's never lied to the American public. That's what it means to sell your soul, folks. That's what it means to have no integrity whatsoever. And here she is, out there trying to impress people because Trump has put his pandemic response in a binder, and they just printed out Obama's response and stapled it together. So what do you like better, folks? Binders? Or this piece of paper we stapled together?
Was replaced. Some have erroneously suggested that the Trump administration threw out the pandemic response playbook left by the Obama-Biden administration. What the critics failed to note, however, is that this thin packet of paper was replaced by 2 detailed, robust pandemic response reports commissioned by the Trump administration. So we exchanged this one, which I will hand over to my assistant, Wendy, for these 2 pandemic response plans.
Is that working, folks? Does that impress you? The Trump administration really thinks the American public will be impressed by the claim that their non-existent pandemic response plan is in a binder, as opposed to Obama's wimpy one, which is just sheets of paper stapled together. Beyond parody. It's beyond parody, folks. We know they disbanded the pandemic office. We know they gutted the CDC. We know they had no plan in place. They did everything they can to undo everything Obama did. We know that Obama had a pretty robust plan put in place. We know that he created a pandemic office to tackle this stuff. And it's just, they just lie. They just lie because they know it doesn't matter, folks. They know that their sycophants will repeat their talking points over and over again and spread that bullshit. So anyway, that's our president, folks. Let's not try to get him out of there. Let's just keep him in there for another 4 years. It don't matter, does it? It's the same thing. I didn't click, goddamn. I didn't go live on this. Fuck. All right. Let's read the super chats and the regular chats and see what you guys have to say. Chat. I lost my soul a long time ago. Yeah, well, when I say lose your soul, obviously I mean to lose your integrity. I don't actually believe in a real soul. That doesn't exist. Fauci did say the masks are placebos, though, Dusty. Well, why did he say that? We know the N95 masks do help you from getting the coronavirus, and we do know that the other masks help you from spreading it by keeping your droplets, so I would have to see what he's talking about that in context. Probably you guys are taking it out of context. That's almost the entirety of my experience when people say shit like that. So we'll see. Obamagate is a rebanded Spygate. Yep. It's the deep state. Shoe on head. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. We're going to talk about her in a little bit if we can get there. I'm going to defend her a little bit, but I'm also going to rip her another asshole, so I'm going to do both of those things. Trump IQ is under 100 guaranteed. I don't even believe in IQ, but probably. At this point, anyway. Definitely has a huge cognitive decline. Can you believe Christians believe he was God chosen sent? Yes. Because they give money to televangelists. They give Jim Baker money and Kenneth Copeland $240 million for a jet. I can believe everything. Masks are not placebos. Yeah, I don't believe that bullshit. Grant McPherson. I wanted to go to Grant McPherson's channel and see who he's following. I guess it won't let me from here. I bet it's full of just chud shit. I always like to go look. When somebody leaves negative comments on my videos and stuff, I always go look who they're following and listen to, and they're always following and listening to the same people. It's always Joe Rogan, Sargon of Akkad, Atheism Unstoppable, Amazing Atheist, Shoe on Head, Chris Reagan. It's always the same people. Misleading you fucks. Last I heard, cloth masks serve as a sneeze guard or cough guards because the droplets spread the bug more than aerosols. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that's what it is. You sneeze or you cough and the droplets go fucking everywhere and spread everywhere, and that keeps it in your fucking mask at least. Keeps it from spreading. Pretty simple. Cal Kalinske is mad at Bernie and Biden working together. He said a country will survive to the 4 years of Trump. I mean, he specifically said that he wanted them to work together when he was pretending to be a Bernie supporter, but now they're actually doing it. He doesn't want to give him credit for it, give Biden credit for it. Because I'm going to show in a minute. Biden, it's the next section. Biden is literally trying to reach out to the left and Bernie supporters and put Bernie in charge of a lot of his task force, give him a major role in order to reach out to the far left, which is exactly what everybody said they wanted him to do. And now that he's doing it, oh, fuck that, that's not good enough. It's never going to be good enough. It's never going to be. They say, oh, you should fucking tell us his policies, Dusty. You should tell us his policies. Don't fucking voter shame us. If he has good policies, tell us that. I tell you guys the policies. And you're like, that's boring. Why are you shilling for him? You can't win. You literally can't win. I do exactly what you guys asked me to do. And you're still like, nah. It's just so stupid and annoying. It's like, I just want to shame you guys. I don't mean to shame you. That's not my main point. But you are so stupid and so worthless that you deserve the shame that you're feeling. It's not my fault you feel shamed. You feel shamed because you're stupid. And inside your little bitty stupo brain, you know you're fucking stupid. Your stupo brain, as I like to call it. Stupid as a stupid does. Don't get so defensive, man. IQ isn't very scientific. Yep, I know, right? Sean, is it Sean or is it 3 Euros? It has a really good video on the IQ and the bell curve. Excellent video. If you haven't seen it, I think it's Sean, but it might be Dan Arrows. One of those. IQ is probably useful for insulting other people's intelligence. Yep, that's about all it's good for. Kids, what are they good for? All right, let's read the super chat. Super chats. Get in your super chats while you can. Support the show. Support the show. Yeah. Okay. Ken Key, 840 Canadian. Outcry for President of Colombia. Mandafaca's putting 3.5 billion pesos into revitalizing his image on the media. Health really need that cash, though. That sounds like a Trump light. Let me spend all the money to whitewash my past and make people love me instead of actually doing what's going to help the people. Maybe if you did what was going to help the people, they'd love you for that. Maybe that's a better expenditure of your money and to whitewash your image with. Just a thought. Meldrock, $5. Trump's afraid to wear a mask. He'll smudge his makeup. That's probably true. He does wear a lot of makeup to cover up his walrus-like bloatness and crow's feet and whatnot. And then he won't look pretty. Compared to the lives and dangers, he got his priorities. I mean, a mask would actually help Trump's look, though. I mean, it wouldn't hurt him. He definitely would look better if he covered that shit up. Tyler D, $10 Canadian. Thank you, Tyler. Hi, D. Hi, Tyler. I am not a conspiracy theorist, but, here goes the but. Did you see the footage of the White House official telling a reporter that everyone at the White House has been vaccinated? Maybe that's why Trump isn't wearing a mask. I did see that. I haven't seen any evidence there's actually a real vaccine. I haven't seen any corroboration of who that person was. I heard it, but I don't know who was saying that. It could have just been anybody just talking bullshit out of their assholes. And it's the White House, so, like, you can't really believe anything they fucking say. So as far as I know, there's no vaccine yet. I doubt very seriously they're vaccinated at the White House. And if they were, then why did Joe Biden's press secretary get COVID-19? Why do 11 of the Secret Service members have COVID-19? If they have a vaccine, it seems like none of them would have it. So that doesn't make any sense. That's why I don't believe in conspiracy theories, folks. Usually they fall apart with just the most basic of examination of them. But thank you, Tyler D, for your $10. I appreciate that. Chewing Love, $10. Why is COVID overrated? But he had to put a imitate ban he had to fucking ban e-cigs. Yeah, e-cigs killed like 10 people. Gotta ban them. He literally put e-cig companies out of business. I used to buy e-cig juice online. I make my own now because it's so much cheaper to make your own. But I used to buy it online, and the same companies I bought it from are fucking gone now because Trump bankrupted them. But when it comes to something that's really serious, I gotta get back to work. It's just a double standard like it always is. Gordon Irvine, £5. You are the brand. You're right. You don't just cover progressive topics. I think the Dusty Show would work. What are your top 3 wrestlers of all time? Well, I met Stone Cold Steve Austin, interviewed him for MTV's Fanatic. So I'd probably say Stone Cold Steve Austin. I really liked The Rock when The Rock was a bad guy. I think he was great. Oh, I loved Psycho Sid Vicious when I was a kid. I'm the ruler and the master of the world. I heard he was a real asshole in real life, but I loved his character. So I guess I'll go with those 3. Thank you for that question. Victoria Cunningham, $5. Please tell me you have listened to some David Bowie since the last show. I'm not even sure David Bowie is a real musician. I started asking questions and people started talking about something called Ziggy Stardust. You people are clearly just making up stuff now. That can't be a real thing. I don't know. Now, to be honest with you guys, I was just kind of bullshitting last show. I did. When somebody said David Bowie, in my mind, for some reason, I had a brain fart. And I was thinking Billy Idol, so I started singing a Billy Idol song. But truth be told, I actually do know who David Bowie is. I know David Bowie sings Under Pressure. I like the Happy Feet version of that song best. I know that's really cringy and weird. But the Happy Feet version is so cool. They're like, dom da da dom da da dom dom. And then the big, like, walrus whale things are smashing into the ice. And then the little bitty penguins are like, ding, 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 ding. They're all singing together. It's cute as fuck. I like that. But anyway, I will try to listen to some more of it. Thank you, Victoria Cunningham. D. Fuman, $1.99. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, D. Furman. Michael Villette. Or Villette, $5. Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust, you just said it. You're making up shit. Of course, I know that's a real thing. I'm just kidding. LOP NC1, $4.12. Have you seen Orphan Black? Yeah, I've seen the first 2 seasons of Orphan Black. That's where the, spoiler alert, the girl is cloned, and there's like 10, 20 different versions of her all over the place. I like the lesbian version with the nose ring. She's pretty cool. But I hadn't seen it. I don't think there's a new season, maybe. Maybe I haven't seen it. Not really sure. Pretty good show, though. Thank you for that. Proto, $5. Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders are trying to put a bill out for $2,000 a month. I wonder why progressives are not talking about this, because it doesn't fit into their narrative. I mean, and the whole DNC is trying to put out another bill to pay like $1,200 a month to the people that need it for the duration of the pandemic. But no, it's not good enough, folks. We got to let Trump have it for another 5 years because they're not doing everything we want them to do. Oh, my God. Lesser evil, still evil. Shut the fuck up already about this stupid bullshit. You guys are annoying as shit. Gordon Irvine. What's up, Gordon? You said you used to be a big fan of David Icke. Yeah, back when I was in my Alex Jones days, I used to listen to David Icke a bunch and talk about lizard men and the Illuminati. They gonna get us. And that fat ginger guy who shouts about lesbian demons. I don't know who that is. Fat ginger guy who shouts about lesbian demons. What's your opinion of them now? You're a light. I'm not sure how enlightened I am, but obviously I think they're jokes now. I think all that stuff's ridiculous. I think back then, I used to like conspiracy theories because it was exciting. And sometimes believing in that stuff is more exciting than real life. Life gets boring, and so you want to believe there's some grand plan in place, some grand conspiracy going on, so you can think about it and think about how cool and interesting life is. But life is interesting enough without that bullshit, in my opinion. So I no longer need that. Thank you for that. More super chats, please. I know somebody sent me one, and I'll read that when it pops up. Next section, I got to continue because we're already an hour and 10 minutes into the show, and we still got tons of stuff to cover. Now we're going to get to the Joe Biden stuff. Let's see. I got a Joe Biden graphic here. Joe Biden exists. Joe Biden exists. He's a real human being that exists in the multiverse. So let's talk about Joe. Okay, Joe Biden. So anyway, everybody was saying Joe Biden needs to come out and talk about the Tara Reid allegations. He needs to at least address it. If he doesn't address it, then fuck him. So he has been addressing it. He said this on MSNBC.
What would you say to them about their vote?
Well, I think they should vote their heart. And if they believe Tara Reid, they probably shouldn't vote for me. I wouldn't vote for me if I believed Tara Reid.
So people were like mad at him about that. Oh my God, he said you shouldn't vote for him. But I mean, that's probably what I would say too, to be honest with you. You know, if you believe her, I don't know why you'd vote for me, because if you think about rapists, why would you vote for me? That's what I would say. But I'm not him. And this did happen to me. So I will still say, even if Joe Biden did it, you should still vote for Joe Biden. And I've told you why repeatedly before. You really don't need one reason, even though there's multiple reasons. Just the fact that Donald Trump alone has said he will put enough Supreme Court justice in place where it will automatically happen that abortion is ended in this country. And since the Supreme Court justices are put in place for life, we're talking 30 or 40 years without a woman's right to choose. That alone is a reason to vote for Biden. I mean, both of them are, if Joe Biden did it, both of them are rapists anyway. We know that Donald Trump has credible child rape accusations. He was sued for child rape. I played the clip of you guys of the person he child raped, talking about being child raped by Donald Trump. So yeah, if you have to pick between these two rapists, pick the one that doesn't fuck your life as much as the other one, obviously. But yeah, that's what I would say if I was him too. But people's mad about him saying that. And then like, this is such a tightrope you have to walk through, folks. Like, people were demanding that the media investigate the Joe Biden Tara Reid allegations. Demanding it. And so they have been. And the problem is when you do that, and if you find out there are bad things in Tara Reid's past, it actually sort of leads to rape culture, because it sends the message to rape victims and sexual assault victims that we're going to pick through your life and make you look like a liar. And it makes women less likely to come out. But you guys demanded they investigate, and they did. And what they found when they investigated was that Tara Reid does have some problems in her past. They went back through and they, I'm not using an ad blocker anymore. Shut that fucker down. I paused it on all sites already. They basically talked to like dozens of people that knew her in her past. And so many had the same story, that she basically manipulated them for money, that she lied to them, that she skipped out on rent, that she played the victim about things, and that most of them said that she spoke about her work with Joe Biden and talked about him in glowing terms and made it seem like she was there for years and was a major part of his campaign, when she was like there for less than a year and was like a junior associate. And there's a whole article about it, talking about how she ripped all these people off over and over and over again. So that's kind of the problem when you ask the media to investigate this stuff, and then they investigate it and they find out bad things about her, and then you say, well, that's rape culture. It's like, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. I'm not saying any of this means Joe Biden didn't do it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea. I think there's plenty of evidence to give you doubt, and I think if you don't have doubt, that's fine too. Whichever way you go with it, that's fine, but everybody needs to make up their own mind about it. But PBS NewsHour, they went out and they interviewed 74 people who were former staff members of Joe Biden, including most of them were women, and they basically all said he was a perfect gentleman. There was absolutely no scandals in his office at any time. He was a leader in the industry when it came to protecting women. There were no, not only were there any accusations, there were not even any rumors about him doing anything. They spoke with people that knew Tara Reid when she was there, and they said that she never said anything to them about it. And so I had no idea, folks. Like I'm saying, when you demand the media investigate this stuff, and they do it, If it comes back with stuff you don't like, then people are like, well, see, the media, they just covering for Joe. They're dishonest fucking rape apologists, but they're literally doing what you guys asked them to do. So, like I said, damned if you do and damned if you don't. And another example of this, damned if you do and damned if you don't. So many people are like, if Joe Biden wants my vote, he has to make strides to reach out to the left. He has to show us that he cares about our vote, and he actually takes what we're saying seriously. And he's doing that pretty much. Like, he started these task force, one that AOC is on, and one that he's been working really closely with Bernie Sanders. And they set up all these different task force, like some about the economy, some about the climate change, all these different things. And on each of these panels, he basically chooses 5 members of the panel, and he lets Bernie Sanders choose 3 members. So that Bernie Sanders has incredible input on what he is doing, on and helping influencing his platform going forward, which is 100% what you guys told me you wanted him to do. But now it's like, nah, fuck him, still fuck him. So it's almost like it doesn't matter what he does. You just don't like him because he's not Bernie Sanders, and regardless if he does exactly what you guys wanted him to do, you're still going to say, fuck it, it's not enough. It's almost like you're full of shit to begin with, in my opinion. A lot of you are, in my opinion. A lot of you Bernie or busters are just completely full of fucking shit. And AOC has joined his task force, and will use the position on Biden's task force to push radical climate change policies, right? That's what you guys wanted him to do. So, like, I don't know. Like, I guess it don't fucking matter, right? And here he is going out there talking about how he wants rent forgiveness, rent and mortgage forgiveness. He just outright saying it, folks. He ain't no different than Trump. They're exactly the same. But he's like, they're not, though. Joe Biden, the presumptive Democrat presidential nominee, called for sweeping housing relief and federal rent bailout. Appearing on Good Luck America, Snapchat's daily political show, Biden was asked if the federal government should be in charge of helping people make their rent or mortgage payments. There should be rent forgiveness, and there should be mortgage forgiveness now in the middle of this crisis. Forgiveness, not paid later. Forgiveness, he said, according to Vanity Fair's transcript of the interview. It's critically important to people who are in the lower income strata, and this is part of, like, his platform, that you should have to pay more than 30% of your income, if you're poor, on rent and stuff. So, yeah, this is what I get into, though. People are like, is Dusty fucking shilling for Biden again? Yeah, like, I'm just telling you guys, it's a political show. I'm just telling you guys what each candidate is running for, what their platform is, what their policies are. And this is exactly what you guys told me you wanted me to do. You wanted me to focus on the policies. And when I do it, you're vote shaming us, Dusty, by telling us what the policies are and what the difference between him and Trump is. You're vote shaming us. And you're playing the victims. You're pathetic. You should be embarrassed of how pathetic you're fucking acting. I'm literally doing exactly, I know, the cats agree with me. They're angry with how pathetic you're being. Fucking Weasley, Cal Kalinske type. You're vote shaming me. Fuck off. Fucking $200,000 a year dipshit. Nobody's fucking voter shaming you. We're telling you the fucking truth about the reality of the situation, and you feel shamed by it because your behavior is shameful. You are encouraging people not to vote for the better candidate. You're encouraging people who would most likely vote for him to allow fascism to stay in the government, to allow corruption to stay in the government. If you feel shame for that, good. At least you have the ability to feel shame. But don't blame me for that shit. Take responsibility for your own dumbass bullshit, in my opinion. And, like, I feel so alone in this, folks. Like, I love Thought Slime. Thought Slime, in my opinion, is one of the better YouTube creators out there. But even there are people here on Twitter that expect me to advocate for Joe Biden, and that's simply not going to happen. Why? Why? No one is saying he is a great candidate. But you should advocate for Joe Biden over Donald Trump in every sense of the way. Like, I feel like it's just me and, like, Vosh are the only people out there trying to talk sense. And, like, Vosh has his problems, and, like, I don't even feel connected to that anyway. So it's just like I feel so alone on this. It's frustrating, folks. It just seems like BreadTube is a Trojan horse that, like I said before, these Republican activists are outright admitting that these people are their allies now. And they are. They are their allies. They're helping Trump get reelected, and they're making bank do it, and it's so depressing. BreadTube, like, you need to clean your house, dude. I know BreadTube is just a market. I know BreadTube is just there to feed off people and make money off people, but you people need to find some integrity inside yourself and start fighting back against this shit, or, like, it's going to crumble. Your whole community is going to fucking crumble, and it should. So let me take a break there. We'll stop there. That's all my Joe Biden coverage. See what you guys have to say in the chat. I'm sorry, if you don't vote for Biden, you're a moral and mental midget. I mean, you can't pretend like it's a principled standpoint. You can't pretend like not doing everything you can to get fascism out of office, to protect a woman's right to choose, to have actual global warming policies passed, to have rent forgiveness passed, to have free college passed, to have the public option passed, to have decriminalization of marijuana and expungement of records passed, to help DACA, to help Dreamers, to help reform money in politics, to help reform the immigration system. If you're not for pressing for more progressive policies on that and getting Trump out of office, then you're just useless. I'm sorry. You're fucking useless. You're not a progressive. It's a purity test, Dusty. Why aren't you purity testing everybody? Look, if it's a purity test to say a progressive should do everything they can not to help Trump stay in office, if that's the purity test, then that's a completely reasonable purity test. That is such a fucking low bar that if that's a purity test for you, that's on you, not me. That's your fucking problem, not mine. Did the Logic Diet give you kidney stones? I've had kidney stones my whole life on and off. I'm not sure if the Logic Diet actually gave me kidney stones or not, to be honest with you, though. I don't recall if I had any Logic Diet. I haven't had any in a while, though. But I've literally had to have laser surgery in my life to get rid of kidney stones. It runs in my family. So I'm just kind of prone to those anyway. So not sure. Cody, for some more news, too. Is Cody doing the anti-Biden thing? That would be very disappointing. The wedding's off, Cody! Yeah, Pac-Man's been good on this, in my opinion. I forgot about Pac-Man. Pac-Man makes you feel a little bit less lonely. Kyle shames all the time, but can accept knowing he's not on the right side. I know, right? But he is on the right side because he's making bank off of it, and the whole anti-Biden burning your bus thing is what's popular on the left right now. That's where the money is. That's where the likes on. That's where you get 20,000 likes on Twitter by shitting on Biden. And man, that just does something to your brain. It just does. It fucks up your brain. By releasing so much dopamine into your brain, you get addicted to doing what you know is popular instead of doing what you know is right. See, I don't have that problem as much because I just do the drugs directly, and I don't have to fucking get my dopamine and my fucking pleasurable chemicals from people's love of me and support of me. I just go directly to the fucking source. I can just be a shithead that everybody hates, and it works for me. But I'm the exception and not the rule to that. Let's see. Cult does. Thought Slime is advocating for Biden, but he isn't shitting on him either. He is shitting on Trump. No way to say he is helping Trump. Okay, well, I'm not 100% familiar with everything he's done. And if he's doing a narrative that is more likely to make his audience vote for Biden than vote for Trump, then fine. But he should be advocating for Biden. I mean, you should be. You should be, especially if you're in a position of influence over the left. This isn't a hard choice at all. If you have any ability to read policy and look at the historical context and how presidential candidates normally try to implement at least the majority of their policy, this is not complicated. You should be advocating for this, in my opinion. Kevin, this is my favorite vegetable too, Dusty. It's calorie free. That's my favorite thing about it. I shit on Biden all the time and I get no likes. Well, you're just not popular enough, clearly. Can Canadians vote in America? Nope, but they sure can influence our goddamn elections. They do it constantly all the fucking time. Hell, they do it from all over the world. I don't think Kellis DeSantis are heavy influence of the money. He's just a naive idiot. I think when somebody says it's not about the money, it's usually about the money. I mean, I guess that could probably go for me too, I guess. So that could be used against me as well. So I guess I shouldn't say that. But, yeah, it may not that he's not dishonest. It's just that all the likes and doing what's popular feeds into that dopamine loop in your brain. It's hard to get away from. I would never survive a week without this show, Dusty. Never stop doing this. Brain Gravy. I appreciate it. I will keep doing it as long as you guys keep supporting it. I really appreciate it. Not everyone is running a campaign, Dusty. Truth matters. I don't know what that means. My mom says I'm popular. My mom, too. Can't believe your mom. They're liars. Liars. Oh, I shouldn't show you guys my email. All right, where's the fucking super chats? Super chats. Love, blood of the show. Super chats. All right. Proto, $5. Kyle's angry that Joe created a task force for progressives. Kyle, rather than whine every time Joe tries to concede to the progressive. No, he needs to concede to progressives. They need to pull us in and give us something to vote for. And then when he does it, they make fun of him for it. So it's almost like you're full of shit, and that's not really what you want. You just want to shit on him because that's what's popular. You've shit on him so hard that there's sunken cost fallacy, right? You've sunk so much time and effort and energy into it that you don't want to take the ego, the hit to your ego, to reverse courses now and admit that you're wrong or that you have changed your opinion. I think that's what a lot of it is. Gordon Irvine, good night, Dusty. 3:20 a.m. here. Thanks for another brilliant show. I'll catch up tomorrow. Please keep the religious BS coming. Their class. I'm going to do my best. Like, if I don't have enough material to do a show, I'm not going to do a show. But if I have enough material to do religious bullshit shows, I'll continue to do them, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Good night, Gordon. AOC, yeah, you know me too. $25, very generous. Thank you, AOC. Yeah, you know me too. I used to be a Republican. Me too. I supported Bernie like crazy. Me too. With the Supreme Court in the ballots, I cannot sit it out. I'm 50 and I'm white. What is wrong with people? This is not the year to sit it out. Yeah, I say that all the time. Like, I understand the whole argument. Hey, if they keep giving us the lesser of two evils, if they keep giving us the candidate we don't want, and if we support them anyway, then what kind of message is that sending to them? That's sending them the message that they're not listening to us, that we're always going to vote for their candidate, whoever they give us, and we shouldn't do that. I understand that fucking argument, but let's save this stand that you're taking to when Trump is not running for office, okay? Maybe in 4 years ago, anybody but Trump. Seriously. This is not the time to take that stand. We have one of the most corrupt fascists in office who literally disbanded the pandemic office right before a pandemic. We got to get that dude gone. I mean, I just don't know how to keep saying this, folks. It's so ridiculous. Take that stand fucking later. This is not the time for that stupid bullshit. Crypto's Rock is a DJ too, 279 Canadian. Dusty, I'm Canadian green. What should I vote? Why should I vote Joe? Well, you're a Canadian. You can't vote for Joe, right? So, if you can vote for Joe, you should vote for Joe for every reason I've given you guys repeatedly. Every fucking show, over and over again. I've explained this till I'm blue in the face. If you're not listening, there's nothing I can do about that. But, Breaking Bad 094 499, you're not alone in this, but I completely understand why, and we have to hope that enough people grow up and vote for Biden. I know I'm not completely alone for my audience. I got support for you guys, but as far as like the big content creators, there are not a lot of them who are doing the right thing as far as I'm concerned. A lot of them are just going with the trend. They form their little cliques, and they all watch each other's back and lick each other's assholes over it, and they don't have the integrity to stand up against each other. You know, Walsh is at least saying the right things, but he doesn't have the integrity to stand up to people like Shu or Chris Reagan or any of these other fucking people either, so it's frustrating to watch that shit too. Jenny Roo, $5. These leftists that are against Biden want a new party to form, splitting the Democratic Party, kind of like the Bull Moose Party with Teddy Roosevelt. Yes, they want to split the party, but it's gonna keep Trump in office for another 4 years. I mean, if you guys want to do that when there's a less harmful candidate running for Republicans, then I will be with you. There might be a time to make this stand in the future. It's just not fucking right now, in my opinion. Jason T. Dingus. Did I get that right? Dingus. Thanks for everything you've done. Keep up the good work. Logic. Hey, Logic to you, Jason. Appreciate that. We got one more coming in from Skylar King. Skylar King says, love you, Dusty. Been a fan for 8 years. You got me out of religion very young, and I appreciate you for making me smarter. You're not alone, as you say. You'll always have loyal fans. Yes, I understand. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm honored to help you any way I can. I didn't mean that I was alone as far as, like, didn't have backup from you guys. I definitely do. You guys are definitely supporting me. You guys definitely have my back. I just meant as far as, like, other content creators go. And that's why it's kind of disheartening sometimes to see how outnumbered I am on the people that are supposed to be on the left. But they're doing exactly what they did before, folks. This is a repeat of 2016. I called this shit out then. I'm calling it out now. They're doing exactly the same thing they did then. We're not supporting Trump. We're just shitting on Hillary 10 times more than we ever shit on Trump. We're just going on white supremacist channel and shitting on Hillary. I mean, sure, this white supremacist is making this video I'm in because they want Trump to win, but I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because I don't like Hillary. It's the same bullshit they did back then. And I'm going to keep saying the same thing I did back then because I was right then and I'm right fucking now. The Killing Joke $1. I appreciate it, Killing Joke. You rock. All right, let me continue on. Still got a lot of show to cover in the next 30 minutes. Where am I at? God damn it, I lost my place. Let me find my place. We just did Joe Biden. And I think we're on the, oh yeah, we're on the Jeff Bezos stuff. Ready to get fucking pissed off. I even made a graphic for this. Eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich. They're delicious. All right, eat the rich. Jeff Bezos, gonna be the first trillionaire in the country. Can we believe this, folks? Here we go. Boom. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos could become the world's first trillionaire by 2026, folks. That is $1,000 million. This guy is set to make by the end of 2026, 6 years from now. Jeff Bezos is already the world's wealthiest man by a healthy margin, and he's the founder and CEO of one of the world's few trillion-dollar companies. Before this decade is over, one extremely optimistic estimate projects that the Amazon CEO could also become worth $1 trillion all by himself. That according to analysis from Comparison, a content platform that serves small and medium-sized businesses. Comparison predicts that Bezos will become the world's first trillionaire by 2026, according to the firm's new study, which looks at the average annual growth of the billionaire's net worth over the past 5 years. Bezos is currently worth $143 billion, according to Bloomberg, and Comparisons calculated that the Amazon CEO's net worth has increased by an average of about 34% each of the past 5 years. Oh my God. That is so insane. Bezos' wealth has continued to grow steadily, even with ex-wife McKinsey getting roughly $38 billion of his Amazon stake as part of a 2019 divorce settlement. Holy shit, man. $38 billion in a divorce. Like, even fuck her a lot. Like, I know she probably didn't do shit, but $38 billion for a divorce? God damn it. You didn't get that money away, girl. That's ridiculous. Anyway, what is it, 30 million unemployed right now? Something like almost 20% unemployment in this country. Some of the greatest wealth disparity in the history of the country right now. People are suffering all over the place. Good dude gonna be a trillionaire. Is the system broken or not, folks? And ask yourself a question. Who is more likely to continue this broken system, and who is more likely to at least, in some small way, maybe do something about it? Obviously, fucking Donald Trump is not going to do anything about Jeff Bezos. Not, maybe Joe Biden won't. Possibly. But of the two, one is much more likely to at least raise this dude's taxes a little bit, especially if he's worked with Bernie Sanders, who's been very outspoken against Jeff Bezos. So, just saying. God damn it, this is getting so out of fucking hand. And now it's time to do a section I call celebrity bullshit. Yeah, because we care about celebrities, because they're celebrities. Celebrity bullshit, celebrity bullshit. We care about celebrities. Yeah, we do. Don't you guys love celebrities? So, Rose McGowan, who apparently is an actress that used to be on a show called Charmed, amongst other things, is hitting back at fucking Bill Maher, because I guess Bill Maher was on his show and saying he doesn't believe Tara Reid. And so, Bill Maher, here's a memory I'd like to share with you, says Rose McGowan. I bet you don't remember, but I sure do. I was so excited to be on your show and get to flex my mind instead of my face. Here's what happened. All I can say, Bill, you got the face you deserve. Oh, snap. So here's what supposedly happened in the 90s on his show. I was on your show, Politically Incorrect, in the late 90s. As the show returned from a commercial break, you leaned over to me and whispered in my ear, my parents didn't give me a good face, but they did give me a huge cock. I could feel your hot breath in my ear as an image of both your hideous face and alleged big cock flashed in my mind. Both turned my stomach. I've always wondered what you say and do to the girls that aren't famous. Oh, snap! Shots fired! I don't know if this is true or not, but probably. That does sound like something that Bill Maher would do. But who knows? I wasn't there. I have no idea. Love to see them fight. Let them kill each other. And you guys see this? Apparently, Mary-Kate Olsen is filing from a divorce from her husband, Oliver Sarkozy, who is apparently the giant ogre that she was forced to marry. I can only assume because of some deal that went wrong between her and a witch or a demon. I don't know. I wasn't there, folks. But either way, I thought these two kids would make it. I'm so disappointed. Look how good they look in pictures together. They just fit. I don't see what could have possibly gone wrong between these two. Look how cute they are together. Definitely doesn't look like a hostage situation in any way. Blink twice if you need help, Mary-Kate. Apparently he is like 20 years older than she is. And I can't abide by no older fucking relationships, said the man with a girlfriend half his age. And next up. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Buck Angel. This should have been on Chud Watch. Why isn't this under Chud Watch? I'm going to move this down to Chud Watch. Where is the Chud Watch? Oh, here we go. We're going to move this down to Chud Watch. We're going to continue with Elon Musk. Fuck Elon Musk, right? Hate this guy. So first, he was threatening to sue the county or relocate his operations in response to the coronavirus. He was like, man, I ain't making no money. I don't give a shit if I get my employees sick and get your grandma killed. I'm going to fucking go against the orders that have my business shut down and make more cars and yippity-doo, I got to make more money. So, dickhead, all he cares about is fucking money. He doesn't give a shit about you, doesn't give a shit about your employees. Fuck your grandma, right? And I agree with this. He's been fighting with Robert Reich, who is a left-leaning economicist. Is that the word? So let me get this straight. Elon Musk is willing to subject his factory workers to COVID, but won't subject himself to criticism on Twitter. Yep. Snowflake blocks anybody that disagrees with him. Can't take the heat from Robert Reich. Fuck your grandma, fuck the employees. But oh my God, you're saying something about me I don't like, so block. Brave, 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 brave Elon. And don't forget, folks, he's a rich kid. Elon Musk inherited money from his father's apartheid emerald mine. You know what apartheid is? Where the white people go in and take over the black areas and take over the government and run everything. And don't give the black folks who are actually the majority enough voice in the government. Yeah, that's what he was involved in, these fucking shitheads. Elon Musk out there saying, human language will be obsolete in as few as 5 years. Shit, I predict Elon Musk will be obsolete in as few as 5 years. Human language ain't going nowhere, Elon Musk. What's wrong with you? He's like the dumbest smart guy I've ever fucking seen. And then he's out there having friendly chats with PragerU. Elon Musk is just a hair's breadth away from going full MAGA chud. So this is PragerU reposting a video of Elon Musk from the Joe Rogan show, because this is the kind of thing that Bro Rogan puts out there. He's basically queuing up Elon Musk to explain to people why we can't have universal basic income. You can't just sit home and get money because you're not making anything. Poo-pooing the idea of universal basic income, which is something we absolutely need, especially since automation is going to take like 70-80% of the jobs in the upcoming years. We have to have this eventually, but nah. So PragerU obviously fucking gonna poo-poo the idea of universal basic income, and they're gonna put out this video to support Elon Musk's idea. So Elon Musk, pretty much, PragerU, you're dead on, PragerU. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Don't ever goddamn give PragerU praise for any reason. Fucking shithead. Let's take all Elon Musk's money away from him and put him in jail. That's what I say. Jail this motherfucker. So sick of it. Now it's time for Chud Watch. Let's do the Chud Watch. Hell yeah. My amazingly expensive graphics. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds, then make fun of them. Chud Watch. First off, we're going to make fun of Tim Pool. Millionaire Tim Pool, who conservatives made him a millionaire for absolutely no reason. Just because he puts out propaganda that they like. First off, Tim Pool has no idea what per capita means, and it's sad and embarrassing, but also hilarious. Here he is arguing with David Pakman, who is his intellectual superior in every way. And David Pakman says, common exchange, when you say the U.S. has 4% of the population, but 32% of coronavirus cases, it's because we test so much. No, we're 41st in the world in testing. Oh, well, it's because we have so many people. And Tim Pool's like, so we are 41% per capita, but we have done more tests than any other country? Yes. Yes, that's what per capita means. It means per person, dude. It means when you take the whole of everybody in the country and then reduce them to percentage, that's per capita, right? And he says, so we are 40% of per capita, but we have done more tests than any other country. Tim, I have to ask, please don't take offense. Do you know what per capita means? I'm struggling to understand how you respond if you understood per capita. I'm flummoxed, but of course he doesn't know. He doesn't know what per capita means. He's just a fucking moron. A millionaire moron. This is how stupid you could be and become a millionaire on the right, folks. You can literally never know what the fuck you're talking about and get supported out of your ass to become a millionaire. And, of course, he's going out there and trying to make it look like, oh, this is, God, it's not Tim Pool. Let me move this below the Tim Pool bullshit. There we go. Next up, obviously this guy who got killed by the two people who they say he was out jogging. I don't know if he was out jogging or not. Some people claim that he was maybe casing houses, but there's no evidence for that whatsoever. But anyway, Tim Pool's got to muddy the waters here because, you know, Tim Pool's shut-ass conservative audience wants to believe that this guy was murdered for a good reason. That it wasn't just two white shitheads out there who were racists and murdered him because they thought he might have done something wrong. So Tim Pool's got to muddy the waters here. New video appears to show Ahmaud Arbery inside the construction property on multiple occasions at night. Yeah, maybe he deserved it. That's really what he's saying here, folks. We can read the context and what he's trying to say here. And as Rational Disconnect says, so randos should have chased him down and shot him? What is even the point here? He wasn't stuffing 2x4s in his fucking pockets. He was walking around a construction site, something I've done many times, folks. I've gone into construction sites and looked around and seen, oh, hey, cool. Look at the progress they're making. I've gone back several times. There have been, like, houses that are being built in my neighborhood. And I'll go over there all the time and just look at the progress they're making. Do I deserve to die? Nope, because I'm white. I'm white as fuck. I'm immune to that kind of shit. And then, here he is. About a week and a half before Arbery was killed, Travis McMichael called 911 to report a black male about 6 feet tall seen entering the construction site. Yeah, folks. Maybe he deserved it. Maybe he wasn't innocent after all. Maybe this isn't a racist thing. Maybe he deserved it. That's exactly what he's trying to put forth here. Now, he can talk out of both sides of his mouth. I'm not even for the death penalty. That's not what I'm saying. That is what you're saying. You're fucking full of shit. You know that's exactly the narrative your audience is going to walk away with. Don't bullshit, man. Don't insult our intelligence. We know that's the narrative you're trying to spread. But looky here, looky. New video shows there were frequent visitors on the construction site where Ahmaud was seen leaving on the day he was killed, both day and night. Ahmaud Arbery seemed to be the only one who was presumed to be a criminal, and ultimately the only one murdered based on that presumption. Yeah, here's white folks entering the thing. I went and looked at Tim Pool's Twitter, and I might have missed it, folks. Maybe it's there. But I didn't see any mention of the white folks entering the same site who weren't murdered. I wonder why that is. I wonder why he didn't mention this. Oh, must be an oversight. Must have just slipped his mind, folks. Definitely not because he's trying to kowtow to his racist audience. Just saying. And then him and Shoe on Heads are having a polite conversation. Shoe on Heads is making fun of Sticks and Hammer for not debating Voss, which I think is cool for her to call out. But then she says this. Tim Pool is starting to talk about how the left tends to be scared of other lefties. And Shoe on Head says, absolutely, the right embraces literally everyone. And the left gatekeepers and purity tests like crazy. So basically she's saying here that, hey, the right will accept anyone who's coming from the left or to the right. But anybody who was like a chud or was leaning right coming over to the left, they get purity tested like crazy. I don't think that's arguable, laughing my ass off. If you're someone going left to right, you'll be welcomed by a parade. If it's the opposite, you'll be picked apart. It's a problem I love to fix. It doesn't need to be fixed. Here's why this is happening, Shu. It's because the right does not give a shit how horrible of a human being you are. You could be the worst motherfucker on earth and they'll embrace you with open arms, while the left actually have a small amount of standards. So what you're calling a purity test is fucking standards. Yeah, if you fucking platform and signal boost for one of the most famous white supremacists in the world, if you lead the racist bullying against Leslie Jones, calling her a monkey, if you basically get your start by becoming famous by slut-shaming Zoe Quinn, yes, people are going to expect you to use the same platform you use to spread that harm to try to undo that harm a little bit, to try to correct the record. to try to make amends for what you've done. And if you don't do that, if you don't use the exact same platform you used to cause this harm, if you refuse to do that, yes, people are going to say, we don't want to be associated with you unless you do the basic, minimum, decent thing. This is not a purity test. This is standards. Okay, just because you don't have the integrity to do the right thing doesn't mean you can blame other people for purity testing you. This is what they do, though. She doesn't want to own up to anything. She just wants to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it never happened. And then blame anybody who brings it up or expects her to do the right thing of purity testing. No. This is not something that needs to be fixed. You need to be fixed. You need to fix yourself. You're the problem here, not the people who have a very basic minimum standards for who they're willing to associate with. Take some responsibility. Isn't it you people that always cry about taking personal responsibility for your own shit, but you never fucking do? It's frustrating. And in a minute, I'm actually going to offend you. A little bit. And we might not get through. We might have to do the next show. But something happened. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Where a website attacked Shieldhead completely ridiculously. In every way, it's awful and horrible. And I'm going to cover that a little bit if we get to it. Might have to wait till Monday's show. But and speaking of Chud Watch, more Chud Watch shit. Here's Buck Angel. You guys know who Buck Angel is? Buck Angel is the trans man who used to lead the way for trans issues, but is now a right-wing chud asshole piece of shit. And here's the problem when you're a right-wing chud trans person like Buck Angel is. Even if you lick their boots and kiss their ass, they still are never going to see you as one of them. They're still going to fucking shit on you. Here's Graham Lyman, who is another transphobic piece of shit on the right. I guess he's on the right. He's loved by a lot of right-wing people and a lot of TERFs. I guess some of the TERFs consider themselves on the left. I don't really consider that a left-wing ideology. But anyway, he says, you'll always be admired for your robust pro-woman stance on this one, Buck. So obviously, Buck Angel going to make friends with the leading TERF on the internet. Like the piece of shit he is. I was a woman and lived half my life in that struggle. And to see fucking crazy people just think they can do what they are doing to the female movement really rubs me wrong. And so, yes, I will always fight for women's rights. And, but here's the TERFs you're trying to ingratiate yourself to. Bless you for trying, Buck, but you are still a woman. Simply modified to appear male. That's a hard fact for some, but it's still a fact. Yeah, kiss their ass, lick their boots, Buck. I was a woman? And whoops, now you're a man? How do you realign that with the madness you seem to decry? Yep, they're not on your side, Buck. Maybe. You've chosen the wrong side, Buck. Maybe. If the people you've ingratiated yourself to are shitting on you, maybe you've made some bad life decisions and you need to rethink things. Just saying. Just saying, Buck Angel. And, I was going to cover this in the last show. I actually had it in the thumbnail. Not the last show, but the show before that. Friday show, a week ago. But for some reason, I skipped over it. But how is this guy not in fucking jail, folks? This is so frustrating to me. So Jacob Wall, you know, it's the same guy who had the fake press conference saying that Elizabeth Warren had a young male prostitute that she hired to whip and beat and be a dominatrix over. And he basically said the same thing about Mueller. There was somebody that Mueller sexually harassed. He pays people to make false accusations against people who are considered enemies of conservatives because this is the dirty tactics they play. Well, anyway, he's done it again. He hired this girl, I guess who was his ex-girlfriend, to come out and claim that Anthony Fauci, you know, the doctor who was mostly on Trump's side, but comes out sometimes and slightly goes against what Trump's saying, and you can't do that. So he hired this girl to claim that Fauci sexually harassed him in a hotel room. How the fuck is he not in goddamn prison? It's just ridiculous how much they can get away with. And it's also frustrating how pieces of shit like this can still attract nice-looking women. How this world continuously rewards bad behavior. This guy is one of the most giant pieces of shit you could ever possibly humanly be, right? Yet women will still fucking fall for this shit. It's frustrating. But anyway, hopefully this guy would go to jail. Apparently he got sued because he conned people out of money at one point, and he had to pay fines that he still hasn't paid the fines. They're looking maybe to do something about it, but he should go to jail for all this fucking bullshit he does. For every con, every person he's paid to accuse somebody else of sexual harassment. I mean, why is this not like libel? Why are these people not suing him for this shit? I guess they don't want to give him any more attention, but you really put this guy out of business. And so stupid, folks. So stupid. Here's a Ariel Scarcella, or Ariello Scarcella, or however you pronounce her name. This is the video that Vadim Newquist, Creationist Cat, he did a video about her, and it was really, really good this last week. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But this is the kind of... It's just so low effort. It's so ridiculous. The kind of material she's putting out. 2016 never ended, folks. It's anti-SJW Chud theater forever, always. Have you ever seen a non-binary Republican? Queer conservative? Huh? Gender fluid Trump supporter? It's almost as if identities are purely political. Yeah. Have you ever seen a black Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan? I wonder if there's a reason you don't see that. Could it be because the conservatives literally banned trans people from the military? Could it be because they literally tried to hinder their rights every step of the way? Could it be because the majority of the conservative movement continuously shits on them like you're doing right now? Could it be because people like you push them away? Could it be because people like you have turned this political and nobody wants to be associated with you? You're doing exactly the same thing you're accusing them of. You're causing this problem and then blaming them for it. God damn it, it's so stupid and transparent. Who is supporting these people? Fuck everything about you. Ridiculous. Speaking of people that shouldn't be supported but are heavily supported, he always owns himself, folks. He's the new Iron Mouse Chong. Paul Joseph Watson. Strong border controls is why there are currently 0 people infected with coronavirus in Russia, you absolute spoon. Meanwhile, open borders, Italy has hundreds of cases. That's right, folks. It's because of dirty immigrants that Italy has so many cases. You know why Russia doesn't have any cases? They control their borders. They keep all those brownies and immigrants out. We should be more like Russia, who... oh, wait a minute. Russia coronavirus cases surged by $10,000 in one-day record? Oh, really? Huh? Did you mention this, Paul? Have you brought this to the attention of your viewers yet? You haven't? Why? Is it because you're a dirty fucking liar with no integrity whatsoever who is just racist as shit and wants to condemn brown and immigrants to make your audience feel justified in their hatred towards them? Is that right? I think it might be. You absolute spoon. God damn it. And this guy tweeted this, but he deleted it. Apparently, this is a prosecutor saying the quiet part out loud accidentally. I actually wore a bandana covering my face, nose down, to go to the bank today. Whole time I'm thinking, I've convicted people on less evidence than this. I'm sure you have. You forgot the word black. I've convicted black people on less evidence than this. Yeah, just admit it, folks. I convict people all the time for crimes with very little evidence. That's the way our justice system works. Hooray, yeah. Fucking Andy McCarthy. Tried to delete it, but somebody screenshotted it because the internet is forever, you stupid fuck. And this one's mean, folks, but it's still funny. This is what JonBenet Ramsey would look like if she wasn't murdered. Oh, I mean, probably. I guess she would be younger than these people, maybe, right? But, oh, that's funny but mean. Look at these fucking... There's nothing home. There's no light in their eye. They're just dead inside. Nothing going on in their brains. They all look the same. Carbon copy Stepford wives who are past their for sale by date. Just everything bad. Horrible. Did you guys see this one? Guns N' Roses getting in a fight with Trump staffer Stephen Mnuchin. The year is 2020. Amidst a global pandemic, Guns N' Roses' Axl Rose says the Secretary of the Treasury and producer of Wonder Woman is officially an asshole. In response, let me show you what it says first, then I'll tell you the response. Axl Rose is like, it's official. Whatever anyone may say, may have previously thought of Steve Mnuchin, he's officially an asshole. And then he's like, what have you done for the country lately? Yeah. What have you done for the country lately, Axl Rose? And he posts this flag, and guess what, folks? It's not a flag of America. This is the flag of Liberia. What have you done for Liberia lately, Axl Rose? Like, how stupid can you get, folks? Everybody Trump is in contact with, everybody who's fucking influencing Trump are all the bottom of the barrel, low-brained nothings. So, and this one's pretty funny, folks. Tommy Lauren getting owned. Love to see it. Tommy Lauren be like, to the pro-eternal shutdown cheerleaders. When your favorite government pals start canceling pride parades, we better not hear a peep out of you. And here's Samantha Ruddy. I was one of the announcers for the New York City Pride Parade, and when it was canceled, we said, okay, and dealt with it like fucking grown-ups because we care about our community. Sorry, you can't go to your gun gender reveal or whatever it is you're upset about. Boom! Apply cold water to burn area immediately. That is destruction. Fuck, man. I'd love to see her get crushed like that. You know, I'm a lefty, and if lefty events are canceled, fine. Like, okay. We care about your grandma. We don't want to see her die. We're not dumb fucks like you. We're not unempathetic. We don't care about money more than people. That's why we're better than you. Love to see it. Let's see what time. I got 5 minutes left. Last chance to get in your super chats. I'm going to read the super chats and then finish up the show. And I'm going to cover all the rest of this show on the next show. Still got plenty. I guess I'll go ahead and do the palate cleansers. We'll jump ahead of the palate cleansers since I only got 5 minutes. Palate cleansers. Palate cleansers. I got a palate cleanser. Palate cleansers. Time for the palate cleansers. Because this show is depressing and I don't want you to kill yourself after it's over. So now we look at cute shit and feel better about the universe. Palate cleansers. Hell yeah. I spent all night writing that song. Hope you enjoyed it. And this good boy walked into the wrong neighborhood. You've come to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Look at this shit. Oh, hell no. They ain't playing. Look at He's like, I just want to play. I just want to play. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know who we are? They got a cat gang going on, all fluffed up, backs arched. They ain't playing, dude. Run! Run! But he's like, but I'm a good boy. I just want to fucking play with you. They're like, nope. Better back the fuck up, motherfucker. And he's like, but you don't want to play with me? Because I can play with you. And he gonna come back over there and don't do it, dog. Don't do it. Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. Don't fuck with the cactus, dude. They'll claw your ass up. Poor boy. He just wants to play with you. He's such a good boy. Next up, I don't know why these cats are doing this, but good kitties. Apparently, these stray cats were spotted occupying these circle marks and intended for the implementation of social distancing protocols in front of a store in Burgie. I don't know why. I guess they obviously can see the circles. And I guess they feel like they're like boxes or something they can sit in. I have no idea. But yeah, cute little cats, all in their little circles, practicing social distancing. These cats are smarter than Republicans, folks. That's how ridiculous our goddamn country has gotten. And this pig ate so much fermented corn that he got fucked up. Yeah, look at him. He fucking snookered.
You say yeah?
Yeah, he's fucking out.
Okay. Here it comes. I gotta get this intoxicated pig.
Intoxicated pig. Look at his cute little fat ass just there sleeping it off. Snoring his ass off. And wait for it.
Never seen a damn pig.
That was fine.
That one there's fine.
That was fine.
That one there's fine.
This dude fucked up.
It is turned belly up.
That's an alcoholic pig. He's like gonna pet him. Like, wake up, buddy. And he's like, nope. Oh, poor boy. He's just a little barrel. Look at him roll down the hill with his fat self. He basically a wheel at this point. And didn't even wake up a bit. That is one fucking drunk pig right there. That pig needs to go to a goddamn meeting. And this is hilarious, folks. This is from a conservative video. They were walking around asking people this question: how many genders are there? And this guy's like, I don't know, I just got here. Classic response. Yeah, how am I supposed to know how many genders there are? I haven't gone around and counted all the genders there are here yet. And I had to go look to see if this was real, folks, and this actually is real. This is part of a, I think this is a video from, what's her name? Lauren Shin.
Probably.
How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
I don't know. I just got here. Classic. Perfect fucking response to that. That's what I'm going to say if anybody ever asks me that question. And that's all the content I'm going to do. All the rest of the stuff I'm going to cover Monday. So be sure to tune back into the show Monday. And we're going to read the chats and the super chats. So if you want to get in your last super chat, get it in now. Poor little fella. Yeah, he seemed like he was pretty happy, though. He was too drunk to give a shit. Honest answer, I know, right? Gotta love the honesty in that. Having little piggy dreams, true that. Dogs drool, cats rule. They're both pretty cool to me. Graphics, I know, my high-end graphics. I got Dreamlight Studios to create those for me. That's where all the budget on the show goes. What? Dusty Munchin is the epitome of draining the swamp, right? I know, right? No swamp left. Trump has got rid of it all. Axel didn't care for Trump's choice of Live and Let Die as the theme music for his visit to the Mass Factory. I know, right? Too on the nose, definitely. Thanks for the rage, Dusty. No problem. I got plenty left to go. Ariel Skarsgård. In the video that Vadim made, he called her some very choice names, some very funny mispronunciations of her name. You guys should definitely check that out. Mad props, Dusty. Mad props to you. Christy Winter is in love with you despite your shitlord past. She ought to be. She has amazing taste. You go, boy. Dusty won't lie about saying shitty things, though. Nope, I said all kinds of shitty things. The difference is I use my platform, the same exact platform I used to say those shitty things, to correct the record, to own up to it, and to try to explain why I shouldn't have said them, and to try to use it as a teachable tool to you guys so that you don't make the same mistakes I use. And as long as those people do that, I have no problem. Like, redemption is for everybody. Not just me, everybody. But you have to own up to your shit and not just sweep it under the rug and pretend like it didn't happen. See, that's the big difference there. Alright, I will go back through and I'll read all your comments later after the video is up. So be sure to comment to me. And also when the video is up, if you're not watching this live, be sure to leave a comment on the video. It's definitely helps give me motivation to do these videos because so many of the comments I get are from people that hate my guts, who are trashing me or telling me not to sing or that I look old and stupid or whatever. So nice comments. Always welcome. Show appreciate it. Let me finish up by reading the super chats. Do we have any super chats to go? All right. Already read that one. Skylar King, $10. Love you, Dusty. Been a fan for 8 years. I already read that one. All right. The Killing Joke, Timmy $1. Oop, I don't guess I have any new super chats. No new super chats. Let me go back to this and make sure I didn't miss any. Scroll up. The new super chat that YouTube put in is amazingly bad. Incredibly shitty. I don't see any new super chats. Somebody sent me one down there, but I don't see it. God damn it. Jason Ashby, Dusty, thanks again. Buy some meow-wana for the kids. I will. I'll buy some extra. They love their fucking kitty crack is what I call it. They get high as fuck and love on us and have such a good time. And Jenny Roos popped up. I can't stand Biden, but I will vote for him, even though it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It is not the time to split the party right now. I know right here's some organic. I don't know what the difference is between organic and regular kitty litter, but I will buy some more. We make them have a good time. And let's finish up by showing a cat. This is Miss Katana, the big fat Miss Katana. I'm her favorite. She loves her daddy. She's the chillest one of them all. She's our oldest rescue here. She's a big fat girl. Look at that big fat belly. Look at that big fat belly. I'm body shaming you, Miss Katana, but she don't care. She's the one that had the fleas the most, but I have given her so much cat medication. I think we're finally making some goddamn headway against it. She seems to be scratching less, and I love this one. She's so sweet. Mwah. Thank you for being my star. I appreciate that. All right, folks, I will be back on Monday. It's only like 2 or 3 days away. Be here for you know it. Another great show planned for you guys. I sure do appreciate all the support you guys have given me. I sure do appreciate you tuning in. As always, you want to help the show out, please consider helping me on patreon.com/codcast. Let's see if we lost any during the show. Nope, exactly the same amount, $15.09. So if you got $1 or $2 you can spare, whatever you can to help out the kitty sanctuary and the dog sanctuary, please consider doing so. As always, you can view the show through audio only on SoundCloud. There's a link in the description of the video. And also you can search for us on Spotify and Apple iTunes. Love you guys. I'll be back on Monday. Appreciate you joining me. It has been an honor to entertain you guys tonight. As always, till next time, trans rights and logic. Fuck yes. Good night, everybody.